Everyone, please gather up at the front to begin our
Damnation,
announcements.
what am I supposed to say?
What is this madness, Lamau?
Drink my goddamn coffee.
I was gonna announce it. How dare you take my thunder?
Happy 60th birthday!
17.
Happy
Jesus,
70th
that's crazy.
birthday!
That's crazy.
17.
13's a big
Hey,
deal.
old man.
Everyone, please wish Morph a happy 100th birthday.
Oh yeah.
He's so old.
Ancient.
We appreciate his work every day.
That we do.
So first and foremost, for our stuff today, all of the candidates, you will be made aware that the teachers will have told you yesterday that today there will be no class. The campus will be open as regular, but it is to be held as a free day. If any students were to inquire as to why that is, several of the teachers are being pulled into meetings with the council and are unavailable. Over the
That's weird.
over the
All right, well,
I think it was already announced, but just so you're all aware,
Hi,
again,
guys.
there has been a 2-week time skip from the last episode. During this time, the town has been peaceful. There have been no attacks by the Forge Breaker and no sightings. of
thank you for the
Forge
resub,
Breaker.
Zach. I said that, but apparently you guys didn't hear me.
While the last operation to attempt to catch him was deemed overall a failure in trying to catch him, it is believed that he was injured gravely, and hence why he has not appeared since. So, are there any questions before we get set in our spots to begin today's episode?
Wait.
Eva,
Is it alright if I announce something? Just that
Go for it.
the book club is going to be taking place this session at sundown, for those who are interested.
there you go.
I love it.
That is an important announcement.
The beast coming.
That's what I've been waiting for.
Oh my
What?
god.
Is it going to be at the bakery?
Yeah, it's going to be at the
On
bakery.
the one hand,
Okay.
Oh, the bakery, you said?
I don't see Oracle or
For
Iku.
those who are involved with the military group, if we have
Oh, the Oracle's right
all
there,
the
okay.
peeps here, there will be an attendant coming to the military base at the second hour for the military meeting that was discussed before. So that will be the second hour. And then everything else will just play out how it does. Any other questions? Don't see any raised hands. All right, everyone, get to your places. We'll be starting here in about 10 minutes.
Slight question for you. The transition stuff, that's the finale of that is for next week?
Around the dorms waiting for you guys, okay? Whenever you're done with
So the translation chart is done now.
Okay.
So you can start using it to translate any of the runes that comes up. You
Got it.
obviously have a lot of runes to go through.
Right.
So you can do essentially 4 lines a week of translation of just getting you and Mira both going through and doing translation work. So if you do any of that in session today, let one of the DMs know, and we already have some answers for you.
Okay. I will see if Mira's here, which I haven't seen them, so they may or not be. But all right, we'll do.
They do sometimes come later as well. So.
Yeah. That's fair. No worries. Okay, thank you.
Of course.
Alright, I gotta start getting MBR.
Hey, what's up, Lukai? She's streaming? Okay, we'll see. yeah, if we find Mira today, we'll go through and be like, hey, you want to sit down and do some translation shit? And if that happens, it happens. And if she's not here or she's busy, then we'll do it off screen.
To my chest, and I'm using the microphone on that.
You could do you can do
All right, I think we'll head to our apartment, though.
You're too tall. Turned into like a frog butt.
What can I say? I'll never play on my trailer.
Need to wear a mask or something and boom. Brad was probably pulled into
No,
that.
not at all. Man. Never been.
What's up, you nerds?
What the fuck?
This is gay shit that's happening in here.
Researcher nerd. What the fuck?
This was. Oh, there's Mira. Anyway, hi everyone. How's it going? Welcome back. It's been a while. It's been some days. It's been a couple of weeks. I feel like it's been months. Quite honestly. I hope you guys have been doing well. I had So here's the problem that I had. Yes, my beans. Or maybe they're peanuts, because they kind of look like peanuts too. I don't know. Here's a problem that I had. I wanted to go to TwitchCon to, hang out and, hang out with friends and just have some time away. And then it turned into, like, partially a work trip that I was very, very stressed about. And it ended up going work-wise. It was okay. Definitely a couple of things where it got messed up, and I was not happy about it. So, when I got back from TwitchCon, I was kind of just in this, like, down state. And so I didn't write this out in Discord, but essentially that coupled with the fact that I kind of grew to understand that there are some groups of people while I get along, and it's not like people are like, oh, don't bring them along, I will also never be thought of to be invited to stuff. And then that makes me feel like if I show up somewhere that, like, it's kind of weird because, like, I just kind of have to invite myself to places. And nobody's like, oh, no, get out of here. But, like, it became glaringly obvious that wasn't going to happen. Now, thankfully, I will point out, Shugi and Zankyo, they're amazing friends of mine, and they very much care. And they definitely, got me invited to some places. But, yeah, that kind of being hit in the face by that kind of really didn't do good mental stuff for me. And I don't really know if there's anything to be done about it. It's just one of those things where, like, okay, cool. Well, that's where I stand with some people. And it's not for the problem. And the problem is also, like, it's not because I feel like because these groups of, the groups of people that I'm talking about ran in their own large group already. So it's just like, they're just not going to involve other people. And it's not because that I'm disliked. It's just I'm not in that group, and I'm never going to be in that group. Which then means, like, do I even care about going to another TwitchCon? when I then feel like I'm outside looking in. You know, like that's why I was having kind of a rough time mentally post TwitchCon. And why, even if there was Ascension last night, which there wasn't, but even if there was to be Ascension last night, I just don't know how well I would have been doing there because of that. It's kind of weird, you know? Unfortunate. And, you know, I'm not, to be clear here, I'm not, like, hating on anyone. It's just sometimes you're punched in the face by how you had hoped you'd, you stand with some people versus how you actually stand with some people. And it's you know, the worst part about it is it's because I know that, like, it's because big groups of people have their big group of people. And when you have a big group of people, you rarely care to add to that big group of people. Because to you, it just, like, you know, if you're in the big group of people, you don't really care to add another person because then it's just another fucking person. And your big group of people might already be too big. But if you're outside looking in, it's just like, fuck. So yeah, that's kind of where TwitchCon ended off, and that made a trip that was supposed to be there for me to just go and chill and have fun for a few days and get out of town and not, you know, get away from my job and be social the few times that I want to be social. It turned into a stressful work environment that I honestly probably didn't need to be stressed about it as much as I did. But I just couldn't avoid it. What I laid upon myself. The way that I put it is because my boss, you know, like so essentially a bunch of people from my company were there, and by bunch I mean like 3 other people. And so, you know, they saw how I was, and, you know, they had mentioned it to my boss, and we're a really, like, tight-knit not really family, but we're a tight-knit group for this company because there's only like 6 of us. And so my boss, like, sent me a message like, hey, you know, don't worry about it. You know, we're not blaming anyone. We're not so on and so forth. He was being really nice about it. But what I wrote back to him was like, listen, if I fuck up, like, I fucked up. And there's no two ways around that. And I didn't fuck up to a point where, like, it was a major fuck up. But I fucked up to a point where it was like, God fucking damn it. Right? Like, to myself. But what I told him is like, in some weird way, the fact that it does bother me like this is kind of a good thing, because I think if I get to a point ever where if I do fuck up something and I don't care, that's when I know I need another job, right? Like, if you do your job, if you have a job and you fuck up something and you're just like, whatever, then you know you're not really in it for doing it as, like, you know, what you want to do as your career. You're doing it as a job. And I want to stress, that's perfectly fine. There are people that, I would say, there are way more people who do their job that way than any other way, right? And I've worked jobs where I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I give a fuck a little bit, but if I mess this up a little bit, and not, like, completely botch it, but if I mess things up just a little bit, I'm really not going to feel bad about things. But I'm in a position right now, work position, where I really do have a lot of professional pride in what I do. And so if it's not perfect or close to perfect, I'm not going to be happy about things. And so in some ways it's like it's still good that and maybe this is just me coping, but in some ways it's like it's good that I have that internally still, because that shows that like, hey, yeah, no, I still do care. On the other hand, being down about yourself is not great. And that's kind of been where I've been the last couple of weeks. It really, the entire thing threw me for a loop. And that combined with the social aspect of things that I found, it just wasn't a great trip. And it's kind of fucked me up for the past week or so. Like, I barely had any idea what day it was, much less be happy about it. But that's rice. That's definitely rice. I have a lot of fucking rice. I made fried rice today, actually. But the world doesn't stop when you have troubles, and I have things to prep for. Things that I am very much looking forward to. For those of you who follow Zentreya, she announced her Halloween October plans. And she may or may not have showed it her that she was doing a D&D charity stream thing. If you guys know me, hi. I just realized I had the world sound down, so people may have gotten going. We'll be doing that again, and it will be very cool. So, October 11th, be ready for that. It's going to be probably the coolest thing we've done. I think a lot of people are going to be very surprised about how it looks in a good way. So, be ready for that. So, my point is I can't afford to linger on things too much because I got another show coming up. But yeah, I have been thinking a lot about Ascension and Jamie, and y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know, man. I'm really gonna have to see how the next few weeks go, and maybe I can't. I think Ascension is about to be in a really fucking weird spot, because I think it's going to, as I mentioned yesterday in Discord, I expect there to be quite a few cancellations between holiday stuff, and I feel like there's kind of either a burnout or kind of a general like apathy towards Ascension right now from a lot of the cast, because we just had post Fallbrook. I think a lot of people got really, really worn down. And so I don't know how it's going to be for the next, till New Year's. And the bad part about it is I sort of need to see where things are going to go with Jamie. But there is a non-zero chance that I retire Jamie sometime in the next few months, depending on how things are going. I've had talks with admins. There are things that, we're hoping for, but like, if Ascension's dead and I just don't get any opportunities to actually roleplay, I honestly don't know if I can just mentally go in there for hours on end and like, there's just fucking nothing. So we'll see where that ends up. But hopefully that'll be a next week thing. Today, for past stuff, we'll see how things go. I don't know what's going to happen today. It's a free day, so we'll see if we can find Mira to potentially do some things. And we'll see what generally the day offers. Maybe we'll do some doomsaying. I think we could probably do that. I think probably some doomsaying wouldn't be a bad thing. I think the bell probably rang. So we should go and get down there and do things, yeah? I think that confirms it. So we'll see how today goes in Pazland. But we can definitely do some doomsaying. Somewhere around nighttime, probably.
I can finally say that there's at least stuff happening, good stuff. That microscope project is finally just about to be done. I'm so happy.
That's good, dude.
Yeah.
Morning!
The main goal is to adjust.
Good
is the
morning,
best way
Paz.
to word it, rather than attempting to change your style.
I know I should sit down, but I'm just... Is it awkward?
Morning.
Stand here?
Morning!
Okay,
I need to sit down. I have my own reasons, man. You're good.
Isn't a proud moment of myself, but you know.
Yeah. No, I've done that before.
I'll look for it then. Yeah. But now I drink all the time and maintain...
Morning!
Good morning.
Good morning. I like those too. That way.
Spoke on how it was quite hard to catch a specimen and many other things. Good
Morning!
They scout the area. Good morning.
Yes, they were.
Good morning, Paz.
Good morning, Paz.
Morning! Morning!
Good morning.
I have no idea who those two were.
Morning.
Morning! Morning! Morning, Simon!
Good morning.
Well, don't you seem eager today?
Morning runs. Gets me used to all the gear in the pack and everything. Plus gets me
Don't-
out and about before I have to do all that paperwork today. I have desk duty today.
Well, don't strain your back.
Try my best not to. Have a good morning.
Somebody forgot to do the morning time. it, shall we? We'll do this just once this time. So, I went bowling on Thursday for the first time. And I don't even know how many fucking years. Because it was a coworker's birthday, and I guess he had like a thing where he would always go bowling on his birthday. It was fun. But bruh, I was so fun. We played like, so we got this like unlimited deal where it was like $18 for unlimited games plus shoe rental. And I was so fucking sore. And then of course I have my Taiko class on Saturdays, so I was like sore for sore going into that, and even more sore coming out of it. Oh man, guys, don't get old. That's my one suggestion to you. A really good price, yeah. It's kind of weird. I used to go bowling a lot when I was young because my my stepdad, that was like one of the few like activities we kind of did as like a family. So like at least once a month we would go out bowling. And then I feel like at some point bowling just got like really expensive. Like unreasonably expensive. And then I feel like bowling alleys just fucking died. Because of that. And so now that there's only a few remaining, they've had to like really lower their prices to get people to come in. And they've also kind of gone the movie the theater route. Where the price to actually like get in is kind of low, but the concessions are like a lot more expensive, right? Like drinks and food are or is what makes them the money. Because I don't know if any of you have gone bowling in like the recent, past few years. That's kind of where it was with when we went. And it's not like insanely insanely much, but it's definitely like, you know, the drinks and food prices are kind of up there. Like, I got like 5 pieces, and it was decent. 5 pieces like pretzel bread that ended up costing like $11. Which, you know, sounds about right for for what would be essentially movie theater price. Morning, Gregory.
Good morning to you as well, Paz. See you taking your morning training. What did you call it again?
Tai Chi. It's
Itself,
good.
It's more like a form of meditation, was it?
It's like combining meditations with a form of stretching. Good for the joints, you know.
It is definitely an option, do I have to say. Personally prefer just the simple morning workout, but it is definitely a more calmer option.
For those of us, Gregory, who have gotten old, the usual workouts are not that good anymore.
You say old. You got probably still like good couple millennia in you, huh?
If only.
You don't get younger.
No, we do not, Gregory. No, we do not. And life is not getting any easier.
That is definitely guaranteed. Definitely has been good to say that at least couple weeks now has been quiet ever since Forgebreaker went underground again, but definitely feel like it's not over.
Even if the Forgebreaker is over, Gregory, the next crisis is always around the corner.
Yeah. Fighting around all this. It's a rare thing. I'd say near impossibility, but of course. This might change, who knows?
Well, whatever comes next, we will be prepared. We always are. And we always have to be.
We have to. That is true.
I hope you and your people are prepared.
We are. In the end, we were mostly focusing on making sure that everybody does not starve, so we'll keep that in mind. I'll trust you all to make sure that the barrier stays open up and to make sure that nothing comes inside.
Well, that is the hope. There are things of underfoot, Gregory, that may help overall. We have more hope now than we have in quite some time.
It's true. It's definitely a positive change for once that Wardens, Barbilos, as well as the military both work on the same rope for now, but in the end, this might just be a temporary thing. Do I wish it would be a longer-term thing? Well, absolutely. Always have been the person to do so. But I just know how reality is. And it is not for long.
And I suppose you know as well as anyone else the dire straits we find ourselves in.
What matters more to me is that you make sure that the cadets are not losing hope despite everything. Last encounter, I did see some of the faces in the hospital, and I thought that they were feeling quiet. It was a mixed bag. Some of them definitely were even, would you say, even more fiery when it comes to the passion of wanting to stop this bastard. But others, due to the constant, and I say this respectfully, failures, it has been straining on them. As long as you make sure that they're not completely broken, I'll make sure that their stomachs are filled, so do not worry about that.
That is always my goal. This group with as much more as any. They are definitely a different bunch than as before.
You think so? I
Yes.
mean, the way how I saw it, if it wouldn't have been for last couple of weeks proving me wrong, I would dare say that voters might have become desperate with some of their candidates.
There is an element of desperation, I agree. But desperation
Definitely
does
some
bring out the
people-
best in some of us sometimes.
Bringing
Trust
out
us,
the best in
Gregory.
some of us is true. That is all I can do, Paz. Trust is something that I will always try my best to do when it comes to the wardens. In the end, if I don't, we're as good as dead.
In one way or another, Gregory, every one of those who are here will have their part to play. Even if some seem more dubious than others. They were not chosen out
I can
of
safely
whim,
say that.
but under extremely careful considerations.
Careful consideration is one word that I would, I guess, use for some cases. Others, I am honestly just more questioning if Valdez actually had some valid points or if he was just bored that day.
Yeah, you and I both know not all of them will make it. It is
I know.
inevitable.
It's the worrying part for me.
I do believe that they stand as good a chance as any.
In the end, I trust all the warden cadets. Again, last thing I want to do is immediately let them throw themselves into the nearest blade. But what I also do not enjoy is the fact that others seemed very nonchalant about the ideas of, well, letting them deal with the Forgebreaker without, careful consideration of things. It almost felt like he was ready to...
Morning.
Morning, cadet.
Still not a professor, but yes.
To me, it felt almost like he was ready to let them be thrown to the fire to see if they burn or if they shine bright. It's something specifically for new cadets I'm a little bit worried about sometimes. In the end, you know yourself, wardens are few and far between when it comes to numbers. I would not want to jeopardize numbers for the sake of one individual.
We cannot have the city get into a riot, Gregory.
I know.
These were extraordinary circumstances. One that I do not wish for it to happen again. But
Would not
yes,
want them to happen
you are
again.
right. It was a
But
sort
now
of
at
trial by
least-
fire.
Next time, if Forgebreaker should be around, I do have some of my outside hires on standby who should be able to assist any sort of matter for the war. Or at least they might be a little bit rough around the edges, but they're paid well, and they know what they're supposed to do. The option, of course, will be for the military general and for the wardens to confirm that aid. But if they should do, we do have some capable hands as well to assist.
Do be careful, Gregory. You know the wild dogs can bite the hand that feeds them.
Absolutely, but then they also need to realize that it's the bigger wild dog who has their snout directly wrapped around their throat. They should overstep their boundaries. They should not wonder if the dog starts snapping at their neck.
Well, I just don't want that incident like it was about, 16 years ago now? Took out a whole damn city block.
Definitely an interesting day for my father, but in the end, problem was solved, and the troublemakers were swiftly taken care of by the military and the wardens. Of course, a couple of strings were pulled on our end, but of course, you should understand. If we put our trust into people, the last thing we want to do is be disappointed.
Quite so.
So, when it comes to your eyes, though, about the cadets, who's so far your most promising member in your eyes? Always a little bit intrigued what the idea of the instructors are when it comes to competent members.
Well, that all depends on what context you're asking it in. Are you looking for sheer firepower? Are you looking for intelligence? Are you looking for somebody who is well-rounded?
I'd prefer the idea of a well-rounded leader who can take charge. As the way I'm looking in the future, I might potentially want to bring out some cadets to future deliveries.
Maybe not for you.
Good morning.
Of course.
Morning, Valdres.
Valdres,
Morning.
Les.
Wait. Oh, wait. I think I might know.
Again, the aspect of having some of the cadets potentially be involved in some outside caravan trade might be beneficial for them to get their foot in the ground to understand for some how the world functions outside the barrier. I know for a fact some of them have more experience than others, but I feel like it might also be a very beneficial experience gathering for them.
If you have a leadership need, the one who has stepped up the most so far would be Theodore. He understands at the very least on how to bring out the best in people. His own prowess remains to be determined, but in terms of leadership, he would be the best one suited so far.
When it comes to leadership, but also when it comes to tactical understanding, would also be beneficial. And I have gotten reports that some of the trade routes have become more rough. Again, for smaller packs of Magic Beast, but also potentially smaller factions might be popping up for the sake of wanting to get their own supply.
Well, it is interesting. Theodore is the only one so far who has been able to take command of everyone. There are a few who have gotten their own small groups as they usually do, but if we really needed to.
I thought
Morning.
It might be some sort of city I'd never heard of or something.
Morning.
Cadets.
There are some others who are able to get some fellow members on board, but they also have some detractors, to say.
Detractors? By all means, continue.
Morning, Opal.
Good morning. Good morning. Why are they running over there?
Oh, I'm sure they're just doing morning training.
Yeah.
Tell
There's
me,
scientists
Opal.
walking around.
Out of everyone in your class, other than Theodore, who it is that you respect the most?
Who do I respect?
Who would you
There's a few
follow?
people.
Would you say has qualities of leader? Someone who can take charge if there would be a team-based activity going on.
Well, there's Marcus, there's Isaac. There's Mira too. I respect Mira a lot.
right? Continue.
I guess Bailey as well.
Very interesting.
There's a few people. I would never want to put myself forward because, one, that's too much pressure, and two, I don't have the capabilities. I'm a good listener and good follower. I'm not a good leader, though.
Oh, that's quite all right.
Sometimes
Not
a
everybody can
good
lead.
follower is still useful.
Yeah. There's Uriel actually as well.
Uriel was one with more musical talent, was the? Ah,
Him over there.
that individual, of course.
Mm.
Good to know. Definitely some ideas for future projects. Specifically, as I've talked with Paz, potentially taking the Warden's cadets with the assistance of maybe a couple of veteran Wardens for the future on some trade caravan missions. Of course, not in near future, since I still need to have some conversations, but in the end, anybody who is willing and able to put their body on the line for making sure other cities have supplies, as well as Reinhold getting their own supplies, could be very beneficial for all of us.
What about trading? Does that
It
also work?
is what I mean, the trade caravan.
Oh. But, I mean, like, actual trading.
In what way do you mean?
Like,
As in
having
communication between
people
towns?
being diplomatic. People actually doing the trading themselves. Wardens. Who are skilled in it.
If that is a conversation you want to have, for example, if you wish to make deals with people within Reinhold or within other towns, you can absolutely do that, at least in my opinion. In the end of the day, partly of the income will come to me for the sake of making sure that your goods, if you say you trade with people of Edmund, making sure that they arrive safely with you in Reinhold. You wish to be the diplomat, the trader, for the sake of communication of Reinhold, I can gladly assist in facilitating that.
Well, I have trading papers because I'm technically a trader as well. So.
Oh. I was not aware of that. What do you focus on when it comes to trade? General trade or?
Farming. We do, it's mainly non-artificial foods and fruit.
Oh, interesting. Any specifically places that I might be familiar with? Where do you locate yourself when it comes to your farm? Are you within Reinhold?
No, it's in Fantel. It's the Bloodwell farm in Fantel.
You're working with
That's
the
my family,
Bloodwells?
yeah. That's my family.
I'm sorry, that is a little... You're a Bloodwell.
Yes.
I apologize. I understand that. Madam Opal, again, for the first, I would like to apologize for treating you so roughly in the past. It is definitely, an honor to have a Bloodwell member here within the, vicinities of Reinhold, and also, I'm surprised that someone of your talent and gift when it comes to your family would be joining the Wardens.
I want to protect them, so...
I mean, by all means, I respect that. I absolutely understand. And of course, if there might ever be any point where you wish to sit down, or potentially you and your family wish to sit down for conversations or potential trade with Reinhold, feel free to step by my office any time. I'll gladly make space for someone who is more esteemed, such as yourself.
That's fine. I have been doing small trades with some of the people, but I have to write letters to home and all that.
No, of course, I can absolutely understand that. So, if there's any other things you might need potentially for the future, again, feel free to reach out. I'll gladly be available any given time.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I've
Absolutely,
been doing my
by all
Tai
means.
Chi as well. So,
Very good.
just at least keep you up on that.
Excellent. You're always free to join me
as I
when
was
I
saying
am
before,
here.
There's scientists walking around. There was 2 of them walking together. They won't state where they came from. So I had to go get Professor Dusk to kind of question them because they were questioning students. And their first question was, where do you reside? Like, dorm-wise. Yeah.
Has
Little
Dusk
weird.
found out anything specific?
I walked away from the conversation before anything happened. But they were talking by the bakery.
Understood. Well,
it's a big
we'll hope
city.
they're not
There are
going
many
to cause
of them
any
around.
trouble. I understand that. It's
Can't be
just
too
always
cautious,
always a little bit careful when it comes to random white coats who do not wish to announce themselves. Just kind of walking, prancing around Reinhold.
Morning.
Morning, Marcus.
Blackstone.
Morning, Opal. Morning, guys.
That means I will
Oh, give a sec.
eventually see what I can do.
As I said, Gregory, don't be fooled by the looks of some of them.
I would not be fooled and I would not be rash. Call it instinctual worry and care, not the fact that nothing should be going wrong.
Morning, Iku.
I'll leave you to talk them.
Morning, Paz. How is?
Oh, well, you know me, in the morning. A little bit tough to get going, but now that the motor's running, I am quite all right.
Paz do stretch.
Ah, yes, already completed my exercises. I hope you have been keeping up with yours.
Iku Lila does when can.
Very good. I hope your progress with your core is getting better.
Can draw spell circle.
Ah, very good.
It's so
Remember,
good, but so far, I
not
was just
everything
going
has
to
to come
ask.
at once.
how is progress going when it comes to spell circle, but actual casting of spell? That making good progress, Cadet?
Very taxing. Cast spell.
It is
Exhausting.
understandable.
It will be for
It's
quite a
something
while.
that a lot of wardens in the past have gone through as well. Myself, I cannot speak from experience. This is a continued sight that I've seen with every class who picks up their course for the first time.
There will be
some
much
time it will
exhaustion.
take, but you will be fine.
Be sure to keep your...
So
Be
this-
sure to eat and sleep well enough.
Don't forget to also
Nikolai
train
will
your physical
try.
body when it comes to matter.
Train physical when caster.
Oh, yes.
Even then, in the end, you should have your body available for anything. Do you plan on potentially standing still for most of the time when it comes to your casting?
Channel strong magic.
In the end, keeping your body in shape can also definitely assist on the worries of a caster, which is movability. Sure, Paz can probably tell you a lot of stories of wardens going through the aspect of, I can cast my powerful spell, I don't need to technically move anywhere, only for them to get tackled by a magic beast and then, well, other people having to take care of them.
Ah,
should
there are
always train
plenty
your
of
body.
stories of vehicles breaking down in the wastelands and needing to trek for days at a time. If you cannot keep up, you would become a burden on the rest of your team. So, you don't need to become the strongest ever.
Burden.
That's
Wasteland.
why my... It is. But it is part of this world, so it is more a case It shouldn't be called bad, but it should be respected. Again, understanding dangers, understanding the potentiality of what can be out there, but also the aspect of knowing that you're not supposed to, if you say you're stranded out there, to just keel over and give up. There's always a chance to get out.
At the very least, keeping your stamina up will help you with your exhaustion issues. It is not quite exactly working on mana, but the stronger you are physically,
Nope, we're good.
the stronger you can be mentally too.
Wow, you put a lot of work
It's
into
not
this.
disorienting at all, or?
I believe that's a little bit of your weak spot, isn't it, Dusk?
I do not hear what you speak of.
The need for physical exercise as well as your mana for anyone who considers himself a caster.
It is. Stamina and mana. Exercise is most important. Iku, have you been informed of a predicament?
Predicament? Which one?
Yes.
Not here.
Gentlemen, may I borrow?
By all means.
They're your cadet. I have no means in any of this.
Thank you. Actually, Iku, let's go to the the academy.
Stay safe, cadet.
You too.
They are an interesting one for sure.
You want to stand up?
One of the most unconventional that we've ever had.
Hey, come on.
They are in itself are one of the people I have my eye on, person. Do not worry. Not an eye on in the bad way, as some might think. Just when it comes to individuals who are currently the most fascinating within the current new group of wardens. I very interested in some individuals are planning for the future, but others in the end are more, would you say not worrisome, but more troubling to think that Valdres made the decision to pick them up.
Well, potential is potential. Besides, you seem to have underestimated Opal and her, well, bloodline.
I'll be very honest, I was not aware that she was one of them, so it's still fascinating to think that the Bloodwell has become a warden. They're usually being more the farmer type, as she said herself, and more, how do you say this, recluse, making sure that everybody gets their own supplies. But at least knowing that we do have a Bloodwell within the wardens, I might need to strike up a conversation with their family. Would be a good possibility for Reinhold to get more necessary supplies that we could, in emergency cases, bunker for ourselves.
Make use of every chip you have, for sure. In terms of
absolutely.
Opal's assessments of her classmates, I will agree that Marcus and Isaac seem to be the next of the bunch, but Marcus is somewhat hot-headed. He does not have the even keel that Theodore does, and this is a
You
little
mean
bit
Blackstone?
off-putting. Yes.
That the Blackstone is hot-headed, oh, I would have never expected that one, Paz. They
Surprising,
do
I
carry
know.
themselves with a sense of pride. In the end, what they're achieving with their, well, factories, they're a necessary thing. So I understand that he is allowed to have a little bit of sway within his own words, but you should understand that he should not be barking up the wrong tree. But he could really quickly learn who the bigger dog is.
It's individuals in the end who make themselves who they are, Gregory. If Marcus wishes
no,
to become
I'm
something more
very
than
well.
he is labeled to be, I will not stand in their way.
Seem to be our scientist friends over there.
Yes. Well, Mira, I most likely wouldn't put in a leadership position. She is a little bit too individualistic in her approaches. I do not mind her. But
I've heard
I believe you know as well as
couple of
I
things
do.
about Miram, so I can understand that. Baldrus definitely has an interesting choice in candidates sometimes. So I'd say keep a close eye on her for the sake of it, Paz.
Oh, I am working quite closely with Mira.
Oh, is that so? Specifically, are you
Fascinating.
working with together?
Ah, that would be telling, Gregory. And you know, sometimes I can't tell.
Of course, the whole aspect of staying more secretive with some things, I do not mind. With you, at least, I can understand that it has a little bit more of a weight to it, unlike with other people, so I will not push for it.
All I will say, Gregory, is that I am working with her on something that could assist with us staying alive as an entire civilization. There's a lot to be learned from the past, Gregory. And Mira is helping me decipher some of it.
You don't need to tell me twice on that aspect, as I'm very well aware that learning from the past is an absolute necessity nowadays. My question is more when it...
Yes?
You have the time. I'm sorry for interrupting your talk, but this will only take a moment. Have any of you two individuals seen anything out of the ordinary with the lake? Maybe something that keeps lurking about or swimming where it shouldn't supposed to be?
No. May I ask who you are?
Maybe Seavolk. Oh, I am part of the scientist division.
Scientist division of what?
Unfortunately, I cannot say much. I'm just a marine biologist. If you want to know more about what I am doing here right now.
Well, do you have credentials of some sort on you?
Any potential papers you might be able to show? Of course, by all means. I'm also interested quite in it.
Here, we are doing a very lawful thing. Do not worry. It is by the books, as you might say.
So what I'm reading here is I'm assuming that this is a legitimate one. There is no falsehood or the likes. Seems to be ordinary.
Yes, there is no falsehood. Very ordinary. Just a identification and a just a right to be here, basically.
Of course. If I might ask, if you're not allowed to tell where specifically are you from when it comes to your location and when it comes to your papers, who is your superior?
That is very, very different. There are a few of our own superiors that are very busy.
Of course.
From where we came from, down in the, I assume, is the main area or one of the main areas that are here. Go more north, and there are facilities over there that are where we reside.
Well,
So you're still
I have
in
not
its
seen
station
anything out in
within
the lake.
Rhinehold?
If I do see something somewhere, who should I approach to deliver an information to? I assume the two of you won't be running around here
Headmaster.
for the next several days.
Your headmaster may get in contact now with us, but our superiors, who he should have been spoken with by now.
Very good.
Understood. So
I
that
will pass
means
on
in
any
itself, if
information.
I were to... Of course, any information that we do find, at least from my understanding, there should not be any issues currently when it comes to the seaside. I have not witnessed any strange encounters. I think the last type of encounter that we had was, I think, a couple of weeks ago, but that was more escaped animals, I think, was the aspect of that. There
Oh,
were
yes.
some fishes as well, but that in itself should have been completely resolved again multiple weeks ago,
Yes.
and we should be
From what
they
I've
should be
heard.
sent back.
They were in the
Yes,
fountains,
they
in
have
fact.
been contained from what I've heard.
I myself
is
am
there
down by the waterfront almost every morning doing my morning stretches. I have not seen anything worrying.
Is there any area or other area here that has a not very large as this one, but a body of water, as a pond or small lake, any of the sorts?
Well, you can head outside of town, but I believe it is all a part of the same waterfront. It circles
itself.
most of the town.
If you see the fort over there, that is in itself a front gate, you should be able to, when you exit it, in itself, if you look over this body of water, you can technically still have the other ground in vision, so... Again, we cannot provide any further information than besides what we actively see.
Other than that,
Does the
just
lake
a pond.
provide fish for maybe a few individuals here and there? Or maybe able to sustain a sea folk or two underwater?
If we're talking what specifically, as in just having water, or that there are actively fish swimming out there, is that what you're asking?
Yes, they're actively fishing. Is there any fish that's
Oh, of course there's
of
some fish out there.
significance?
Not anything to survive in a long term. Not in any sort of long term fishing capabilities, but in terms of large scale. But individuals out there to fish from time to time, yes, of course. You can buy permits from the city hall.
See.
Very well.
I suppose
valuable
for
piece of
one man or one individual, there's enough to survive on, but nothing large scale.
I think if anything should be involved in the aspect of active fishing, I think a lot of it might potentially go into the category of, I think it was called catch and release. But the obvious, again, not
Or
having enough
for-
animals out there, and if there are any active animals caught, they'll most likely be sent to any sort of facilities for active preservation of the future.
More for sport than
Very
anything
valuable piece
else.
of information. Thank you. Thank
Of
you very
course.
much.
Of course. And again, you said that specifically you're from the scientific institutes within Reinhold, specifically, or one of the other cities of the agreement?
Yes, up north.
No, for Northern Reinhold, of course, by all means.
If I see anything else, I will let our headmaster know to pass on any other significant notes.
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good.
Be sure to keep that in mind as well. On that note, I think
Wonderful
I
rest
don't
of your
really
day.
have anything further to say. You as well, sir. I'll be taking my walk for the time being, Paz. So feel free to, if you want to step to the academy, feel free to do so. I'm going to be taking my continued round.
I will be going up to the academy. I have some paperwork to fill out.
I do not envy
Morning.
you, old man.
Don't ever get caught up in bureaucracy.
Paz, 90% of my job as the head of a trade company is bureaucracy.
Ugh.
We're in the same boat.
Don't even get me started. I swear. I fucking swear, if those two are gonna try to do something with Iku, I'ma fucking bust some heads. But first, I gotta get up there to get into the library because I gotta go to the bathroom real bad.
You know what? You guys enough.
I made sure
I think
that
that
the
was one of the few that
casings were
I would have
designed
lost as well.
for excellent
What would your guess have been?
maneuverability.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Okay, I'm gonna go invisible. Ay, yeah, yeah. I gotta go bathroom. Where's my invisible? Where's my invisible? Okay. I'll be right back. I gotta pee. Oh no, don't trust me. It's more than that.
Sad and lonely, sad and lonely, lonely and sad. I got no friends, but that's okay, 'cause at least I got, hands. Hands and no friends, hands and no friends, that's the life for me!
Pizza!
Super fun. 10 out of 10 would come again.
Egg. Egg.
Giant eagle alert! How was any of that even slightly necessary?
Probably not the safest.
There's one back here. I got it. We have the one for people.
You did great.
Thank you for keeping me motivated and enthused.
No problem. Go first.
Okay, thank you.
Oh god, I'm gonna vomit.
Hi. I'm just gonna go in here now. Yep. Goodbye. Ooh.
Okay, taking that as a no.
You're good in there.
Yeah, everything's great.
All night.
I'm not gonna lie, those were some very interesting fucking noises that I heard. What the fuck is going on out there? Just sitting on the toilet and all I hear is like, oh my god, I'm gonna vomit. What the fuck? Apparently. All right. Okay, we're back. Whew. right, now let's figure out what the fuck is going on with Iku, because interesting in a way that Paya is going to get real fucking protective about.
Can I come in? I've knocked twice.
I'm sorry, we've been speaking to our head friends.
Okay.
Yes, you can come in.
So came in time then.
Alright. How about... Does anybody have anything that they would like to see up close? Before we do blood.
Don't run into it again. Morning, Paz.
Morning. You quite all right?
Yeah, we're doing quite fine.
Dickory?
I may or may not have been doing some paperwork, and suddenly I hear someone run by saying, "I'm going to vomit."
Oh, that's weird. I hope they're okay.
Yes.
But no, we're all fine here. We're just I'm talking shop.
Talking shop, testing our arms, seeing if things are working properly.
Yeah, looks like we're in the right place.
Oh.
Okay.
We're testing our stuff.
Good luck.
Anything healing wise? Thank you. Yeah, hi. I'm trying to get practice with it, so. Oh, all right.
Tap tap.
Neither here or out in the field. Or field, sorry.
Boo.
Outside.
It's done.
Hello. What's done? Are we last finishing bits?
Yes, it's finished. So later on, we'll be good to run your tests.
Okay. Grab me. I know you're a little bit busy with that, so just grab me last.
I suppose.
Okay, we'll see. Will you be
Those
here?
two may be running around asking about you.
The training is here. I will, if I'm not here or
Professor
I'm
Dusk,
probably out with your.
tell
That's the
Ikulina.
last thing I have to do today. Like.
Okay.
Yeah.
If there's so
Appreciate it.
much touch
Okay.
you,
Well,
let one of us know.
I'll try to come bother you. Thanks, Evan.
Yeah. I'm gonna let them know. Also.
I will for sure give them the old hot and two.
Try to assemble it now or take advantage of a later date and have it assembled by. I imagine we will have an abundance of time as the project that they have that they are working on automaton wise is far more complex.
We shall sketch out schematics and amass materials. It does not have to be done today. Hello, Paz.
Hello, Paz.
Are you two fine?
I am going to briefly just move over this way. I do not wish to block the.
A notepad for you.
The microscope is
completed
complete.
the construction of an incredibly high-intensity microscope under Osiris's project.
Ah, yes,
It may
I do know of it.
be of use in examining certain substances.
Very good.
You'll
I'm
love
happy
it.
to hear it was a success.
The dust.
Yes, the green dust.
What about it?
We may be able
It
to
may be
examine its
worth
properties.
Yes.
Come with me for a moment.
Below cabinet.
Oh, Dickory, I had also asked them to examine sand just in case. We know that sand is bad. I would ideally like to find the root of the problem.
Thank you. Okay, we have a tray, a fresh needle, just in case we need to do any more, like take blood away or anything like that. When we move,
Here's a small sample of it. Bring it back when it's done.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
make sure to keep every single spec. We will not lose a single one.
Quite useful.
Both of them. So
Yes.
we should be good. Just standard procedure with following through with them.
Very good.
I believe we may have to wait some time to take advantage of the installation. I believe they were doing testing.
Blood tests.
Yes.
Well, we are in no particular hurry for it.
okay, we have
Whenever you can get to it, you can get to it.
blood samples.
Noted.
We have.
We shall
Very
forward our
good.
findings.
I need to find Veldris now. You two have a good one.
I had seen him recently.
He was
Yes.
just there.
He was all past.
And the lens.
Which sample are you doing first?
Which one do you want to do first?
Shall we quickly draw up those schematics then?
Yes.
We can then focus on construction and material sourcing tomorrow.
Yes.
Veldris, are you in there? Where's that lad?
Well, go ahead. See what you got.
No.
Hey.
Yeah, it's like an open day at the moment, so we're technically there's no classes. So we're not wearing it for now. Well, aren't you armed to the teeth?
Yeah, we're just going to practice.
Well, try not to burn the damn place down.
Hear that,
Always try
Talia?
our
Don't
best.
burn the place down.
Now, where is that dang cat? Have you seen Mira by any chance?
Mira? Yeah, she's right in the middle.
Thank you.
Right now. I saw her like 10 seconds ago.
Of course she's not here anymore. Unless they meant the other middle.
think I would cry. I think that would be the appropriate reaction.
Oh, no.
I'm very in touch with my emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Oh, miserable all the time, near enough constantly. What? Is that not normal? There's some reactions. It doesn't sound normal.
Well, isn't everyone's normal different? He just went inside.
I'm looking for the person I just left the bakery with, Mira, the one candidate. You
Oh, I
seen
haven't
her around?
seen her.
I have not seen her
Okay.
since she left with you.
All right, so she's not passed through here. Very good information.
Everyone's looking for Mira. Funny.
You are doing good at keeping the conversation going. Good job.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Good job.
Please. Thank you. You already said good job. It's enough.
Need to have somebody take a look at it for the sake of repairs. Not mine to it.
Well, at least for the sake that we're now in the hospital, and so at least when you're in the hospital doing the shifts, you gotta need just at least one outfit. For the
I'll think
regular
about
like
it.
patients, I know.
I will
You know what,
consider.
child dear? Wear what you think looks best on you. Don't worry about that too much. You're already resounding. You haven't already. How would you say this? A resounding order of confidence.
And
Yeah,
was
we'll,
talking some nonsense. Talking shit about like a world spirit or something in the middle of a bar with a bunch of people. It was wild.
Oh dear God. Okay, yeah.
yeah.
I might have to do something about that. All right, we'll just
We got some time. Watch her be inside of the academy. That would be quite funny.
to keep this area locked down, then.
Is there some sort of problem?
Voltress has asked me to keep this hallway clear. So, I'm just kind of chilling for a little bit.
If you see him, let him know I have a question for him.
I'll let him know.
Anything new happened with him lately, or no? Any puppy?
Good news, Simon! We have nearly completed the full translation materials for the things that we will be translating.
That's good.
Whenever I find Mara, I may see if she has time today to look over some documents. If you wish to join.
Yes, sir, please.
Very good. But maybe through the rest of the week, we shall see.
I pass. They're punching each other in there.
Ah.
It,
Well, my arms are tired.
Okay.
You would know. Now. Of course.
I hope so.
You're not gonna feel good if you don't.
Yes.
It has just persisted long before us and will after us.
We both had that realization too when we talked about this.
Yeah.
Come on, you got it!
Buddy, he's his partner, so he should help.
I think that's kind of special kind of boy help I've heard about.
Hurry.
You know, the one where you beat up each other until you feel better afterwards?
You're stressing me out! You know, that's the point, Uriel!
Get angry at him!
You gotta be stressed. Take the hit and then do it if you have to. Come on, bounce back. Okay. I got it. I hope so.
That emotion when you knocked him back, Uriel, use it.
Oh.
Bedazzled.
I think we're skipping some steps
You
here.
got it.
Marcus, I really think you should rethink this. Marcus, I would put that away. Marcus, I think you should go back for it. Marcus, please think about this.
Oh, wow. Good job.
Never do that again.
Alright, round 3.
Oh, fuck you.
Marcus, refrain from cleaving his head into.
Feel like you should have led with the knife, then gone to the gunblade, but here we are.
I like to skip a few steps sometimes, you know, keep him on his toes.
I have
He
noticed.
turned on hardcore mode and then went back on easy.
Gotta learn to sprint before you can walk.
Knock him on his ass!
That was the secret. Understood. Sharp objects. I should have known.
How you feeling, Uriel?
Are you at your limit, though? Was that a pun?
I got most of the movement back. Okay.
Yeah, it's never gonna be perfect, but the idea is enough to keep frontliners keep going, delay the time between people needing to go back. It's weird because it's like sensing a bunch of people. It's a lot harder to kind of like. The more people that are in it that don't need healing, the harder it is to just heal one person. I was lucky
Yeah,
last
so
night.
it'll probably be good to set injured people aside.
Well, the goal is ideally eventually to get it to where I can be in a group of people and just selectively heal the people that are injured. But right now,
I just thought of something, and I wish I would have tried it when I was sparring the general to see if it would have worked.
How did you get your lightning to work?
Okay.
Yes, how indeed.
What you're trying to do.
I can conjure.
I'm just trying to make it
well,
not
I can
shock me on the
make
daily.
weapons around my hands. What if I would have just actually
I
grabbed
know you say
when
to
he
talk to it
threw a
and
punch,
be
just
nice
grab his
to it,
hand and then
but
conjured the ice over
unfortunately, it doesn't want to be nice to me.
It's more.
Now you're stuck with a very
like
angry
working,
small
trying
man
to
that can punch really hard.
Work with it.
Yeah, against him specifically, probably not, but he might. It would catch him off guard, and I might get a few good hits in.
Something I want because it allows me to.
So
turn
you need
my
to
weapon,
let it shock me.
Well, okay,
Against
I'm
him
immune to electricity.
specifically, probably
I don't
not
have
the
to
best
worry
idea.
about lightning shocking me.
But if it even works on him
But if I
for a
didn't
moment,
want
it
it to
means
shock
people
me, I
on
think
the
it's more of-
lower end.
You need to think more of containing it.
Fair.
Working with it, letting it flow to the parts you want it to flow, but not, letting it shock you.
I'm not gonna tell
I'm
him
gonna
about
give it like I can,
Like
I can give it like a pathway. It's just not listening.
He told me to practice on trying to come up with.
I'd give it a
different
wire and it's not
patterns,
going through it.
so
It gets me
One
instead.
time I'll try that and see if that.
Where is your core? You don't mind me asking. It's in the weapon itself, or?
No, it's not. It's not my weapon. Hold on.
Okay. Okay, it's on you then.
Yes.
You keep your core in your boots.
It's the safest place for it. I mean, I guess I can keep it in my shirt, but I don't want to get shocked in my heart. Exactly.
I'm gonna start doing it now.
Well,
you have a tingly
my
foot.
suggestion
Got it.
to you would be to make some sort of container for it. Because what I imagine is happening is
imagine
you're
it's
going
like-
to channel the lightning in a place,
Did you
and
lose
it's
your core?
going
No,
from
it's
the
in my
core to you to the weapon.
You
I'll
do
just say, I feel like
understand that
scouts
the
are
magic
very
steel is
strong.
there
Wear
to
socks,
house
but they're-
your core, yes?
Do you wear socks?
I mean, yeah, but I haven't
Oh, I
really.
don't wear shoes.
The housing in particular is not prepared yet, so to speak.
Do you
And I
think they
need
make
it to
socks?
not.
What's your
I need to trust
problem?
that it's not going to kill me before I can put it where it needs to be housed. It's similar to his situation, sort of.
Oh,
It's
they do.
connected.
Oh, yeah, true.
Well, that's
they have
complicated.
socks for
Make
him,
a
it's
temporary
just a
housing
choice,
then.
I guess.
A small box, a pendant, and work with it. Because right now
Feels weird on the fur.
you're kind
to
of
be fair,
just
if I
trying
could, I just
to
wouldn't have the shirt on either.
physically manipulate
They're made to
lightning
move on,
without any
to walk
assistance.
around on grass and ground.
And that's
stuff.
hard when
We're
you're not wearing a
they're made,
rubber suit or
you know,
immune
hang
to
on trees and
electricity.
stuff. So that's why I have socks and he doesn't.
Like,
Oh, come with me for a second. You can come too if you wish.
They won't.
Watermelon.
I want to try something.
Oh, I'll take that one.
Watermelon.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Do I need to heal you, Uriel?
Just give me the watermelon one. I know you're not gonna eat them.
Just a little monotap.
If you see Professor Soul today, Talia, pay him a visit. See if he has any.
Quickly inform Paz in that case.
That room is no place to do this in.
Move the stage clips out of the way, and you can try the
Paz.
tray first.
Yes.
You have excellent timing. We are authorized to use the microscope for that purpose we have spoken of.
I will
We are
be
just
with
about
you
to
in
test.
a moment.
Of course.
Give me 2 minutes.
We will wait until you are done. he has other business to take care of quickly, we can wait until he is completed.
You guys can write down notes if you want what you see.
I was merely going to examine it, write down notes, and we could convene later.
Oh, understood.
Are you asking me to meditate?
No, I'm not. But I will ask you to sit for a moment. Now, 2 questions for you.
Yeah.
Why did you pick lightning as your core?
Well, it's seemed the most useful. Like, the most I understood about it. I understand how, like, lightning and wiring, electricity and wiring and stuff works. Like, I could just wire it up and it would work.
So, you think of your core more as a tool to assist you, yes?
Or isn't that what it is?
In some ways, yes. I see you think very mechanically, which is not a problem. So, here's what I want you to do. Take one hand and dig it into the dirt. Just your fingertips. With your other hand, make the smallest spark. Nothing major, just the minimum amount so that you can see something.
Okay.
Don't fight it. Don't fight it. I know it will be a little painful, but don't fight it. Keep yourself grounded, and it won't harm you as much. Let your mana flow to it. Very small. Like opening a fountain, a sink. A very small drip. Now, what I want you to do is when you've gotten some of that, I want you to send it over to me.
Do you?
Yes. Direct your sparks to me.
Okay. How? Just... There's no, like, wire through the ground?
There is none. But think of it as if there were one. Think of it... Well, you have seen lightning, yes? It comes in a streak. It flashes in. It may be a little bit erratic, but for the most part, it is a straight line down. I want you to envision sending a straight line to my glove. I want that spark that you create to go somewhere that is not on you.
To generate spark.
A little rough.
Did I do it?
Yes. Small as it was. Now, part of it is this glove will attract electricity. It is meant for me to be able to hold it. That is why it was designed. But I needed you to send it at me. So think about it this way. When you are powering your core, That power needs to go somewhere. It's shocking you because you're not transferring it anywhere. You're holding the lightning literally in your hands. It's trying to get from up there to down there. You're holding a small burst of energy in your hand, so it continues to shock you.
But, I mean, I know lightning is pretty erratic, but shouldn't it do it more constantly?
That comes with time and practice.
Shall we take a seat on the bench? Give them time to...
Look, lightning will not be easy. I told you this, so do not fret too much. But take care of your core. Practice sending your electricity to places. Into the ground, to a tree, to the stone face. You will not harm any of these things. Lightning always wants to go somewhere. The reason why my glove holds it is because it was designed to circulate around it. And when I wish, I can transfer that power into whatever I touch. You're trying to contain something that is wholly uncontainable. So, give it space to go.
Okay, I'll try.
And if you ever want to experiment bigger, all you need to do is come down, get your hands in the ground. You already have rubber-lined soles, so a small shock might hit you, but you'll be okay. It will not kill you.
I know it won't kill me, but it just hurts.
Yes, it is uncomfortable. As many cores are. You cannot, I cannot tell you how many cadets we've had in the past who have burned themselves near to death. Literally playing with fire.
If it has a water core, it'll be a little bit easier to deal with. Ow!
But you see the value in lightning, in its power.
Sometimes. You're right.
This is the trouble with lightning cores. I can give you all the direction that I have done, but lightning cores are generally incredibly individualistic. What works for another one of your fellow classmates does not work for you. And what works for me, well, oftentimes won't work for others. But there are little exercises that you can do with lightning as a whole. So, give it a shot.
Alright, I'll try.
Just remember, lightning always wants to go somewhere. Mostly, you get around this by housing it in Magisteel and shoving it into your arms, and figuring out a way to circulate the lightning around it. With it just in your hand, it is just your body that will grab it and have it go wherever it wants to go naturally. So you better get good control of it, otherwise it will keep on zapping you.
Yeah, seems like it.
So protect yourself
Okay,
by getting yourself nice and grounded, and it shouldn't stop your heart. And if it does, please let one of us know. We have to start your heart if it stops.
Yes, Professor. Sir.
Very good. I wish you the best of luck. And if you have any questions or need some advice, you know where to find me.
Thank you, sir.
Also, still not a professor.
I caught myself before he said it.
Well then.
We have examined the powder and written down our notes for later perusal. Everything has been returned to the room where it was taken from.
Very good. What's your initial analysis?
It is a very unique structure. Though we have never
Yes.
examined anything with such high scrutiny before. We shall
We
likely
would
need to
perhaps
examine
have
other
to-
powdered crystals.
Yes, as a comparison point.
Well,
It
I
seemed to take
suppose-
light interestingly, but it's hard to compare without other mineral samples to look at.
Well, I suppose then you two better get a move on it with the Reto's artifacts, yes?
They're right here. I don't know.
Yes.
That's the plan.
Don't worry, I will help out wherever I can. As you can see,
Of
though,
course.
sometimes I have my hands full with other things.
I didn't want to.
It takes time.
Over.
Eden was not built in a day.
Those things that we find are sometimes hundreds and hundreds and, well, potentially thousands of years old.
We sit upon a place that has taken decades, maybe longer, to be formed,
The school's closed midday.
And
let alone being functioning for that period.
perhaps there's
Yes, we
something
can
that
wait.
we can find of value when we go on our excursion. Your first mission.
Yes.
Very good. Well, I will check your notes on the matter as it comes along.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I do not believe Osiris would refuse you using the microscope if you wish to double check our results for yourself as well.
I might just take you up on that. I do wish to see it for myself. At least,
Yes, as you
how
should.
it works.
It makes use of water quartz lenses.
Yes.
Per what Lunali said, it is often found with magical ore, but in and of itself does not seem to resonate with mana.
It is still quite
But it
sturdy,
has
though.
a high degree of perfection and sturdiness.
I suppose it will be hard to mass manufacture this microscope then.
Neither.
More than likely, unless it is possible to synthesize water quartz. But I can't on.
I got mine in the north.
I cannot imagine that being the case right now.
Even if it was synthesized, it would still take expert craftsmanship to get the lenses the right size.
It was
There
found
a
mainly near
reason it
magical ore
required
deposits, so
council funding to obtain all the materials.
Well, I suppose we better keep this microscope under heavy lock and key then, lest anybody gets any silly ideas. I don't foresee it getting out of the academy anytime soon, at the very least.
Oh. In case it has not been told to you yet, there seem to be strange scientists in town looking to gather some sort of information. We do not know if they are spies or if they are merely... Oh. They may be spies from Ashbourne.
they
Come
certainly
with me
do not
for a
look like
moment.
tourists.
Knock knock.
More in this dusty corridor.
I just need a quick bandage just to wrap up my hand.
I will speak in low tone here. What I'm going to
Of
tell
course.
you to does
Low
not leave
frequency.
this room.
You were texting.
I do not know for certain. However, they were asking about beings in the water outside. Now, who do you know that fits that description?
Iku.
Ah.
They claim to be from a scientific institute in northern Rhinehold. At initial inspection, their paperwork does seem to be in order. I believe EQ has been notified by Dusk about these individuals potentially seeking them.
Thank you.
I don't think they are
Noted.
stupid enough to try anything to a warden candidate, but there are many who will, for the sake of science, do things that are unconscionable. So, keep a
Perhaps
wary eye
scouts
on
them.
them, and keep an eye on Iku, just in case. I don't...
Of course.
Noted.
I wouldn't make any, rash actions against them.
We will observe. If we notice anything, we will let you know.
And once again, this is my own hypothesis. Not the truth.
Oh, it'll be fine. You go left.
Noted.
Good. Good. Very good.
Yes, Paz.
That is all then.
Noted.
Carry on as you were.
Understood.
It was accidental.
I was trying to see how quick I can get my quicken spells. And then
Resource poachers.
opens the door, gets immediately electrocuted him. So
It was mainly blast of shadow or dark.
You like that? If your heart stops, let us know. We do have to restart it.
If you would like to go practice, I can go try and hunt down my pupil. Award.
What they asked?
Consultant.
This is a dangerous practice arena, and preferably you two should get permission from any one of us before entering.
Of course. Endeavor to do so.
Permission granted.
Thank you.
Fair enough.
Just watch your heads.
Oh.
There's magic being thrown about.
Of course. Keep our heads down. It's fascinating to see at the very least. Additionally, as well, I believe you were speaking to some of those individuals that were out in the town, those scientists. They mentioned anything about what they were doing out there?
Push. Don't clock me in the side of the head.
I'm not gonna clock.
They seek someone of Iku's description
Full metal, like full contact.
Oh.
concerning seekers. I best not talk to them if I were you.
You got time?
I do. I always have time. I'm busy sometimes when it comes to beating up people. It's very
Yeah, I'm just kind of generally afraid to walk into this room, so...
That's fair.
Sometimes you should be.
That's fair.
This is... Yeah. This is gonna be a private conversation. If you want to head out or stay here, it's up to you.
Of course. I'll watch the practice for a bit. Every day you get to see the warden's practice.
Is that because you twisted this valve here?
Even if they're trainees.
Pressure build up and then release?
Exactly.
That's awesome. That's so rad.
I do hope those two from whatever scientific institute they're from are not stupid enough to try to do anything to a warden.
Solid ground.
Yes, it would be very unwise if they did, considering she is under our protection now.
I could accompany you if you'd like.
Not a bad idea for testing how well we could resist getting knocked back.
Oh, by the way, I have been meaning to find Valtris to speak to about this, but apparently something new has begun to happen while I'm sleeping when those dreams occur. My roommate said that I was glowing, and I had another vision of a place out in the Eastland.
Pressing information. Nocte?
A better description of the area. The one that has water and greenery. but is exposed to the sky.
I'll do a lap around the academy, see if Headmaster Bowders is about.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Why don't you try this time?
Okay. Holding back a little bit.
A menacing target. Well, I mean, if you hit me, you hit me, but we'll see what happens.
Yes.
He's charged with electricity, so, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, this will be fun. Can you discharge? Can you discharge the electricity at all?
I got you.
So I don't get hurt?
Wait, hold on. Yeah, hold on.
I was gonna say, maybe you should figure out how to do that.
Oh, look at you!
Alright,
Oh, look at
now it's
that.
sticking to me.
Okay.
But in response, my strength is a little enhanced, so we'll see. Alright, let's do it.
Okay.
3, 2.
Ah, it's fine. Ah. Yeah, you definitely push a little harder. Ah.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay.
One more time. Yeah, I'll push you a little away. Alright.
Count it down.
3, 2, 1. God, it's so weird being able to stand so doing things like that.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Okay. You good?
I can maybe do it one more time. I need to find the limit. The more I do it.
Yeah.
Plus, this is before I believe it's called encoding. So I can do a couple even before it's encoded. That's good to know. But
Wait,
thankfully,
that's
I
spells
probably have
encoded, not encoded?
one more, and then I'd pass out mid-flight. Let's not have that happen.
Hopefully.
Okay. One more. Count it down.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, yeah, and...
Oh. Oh.
Hey.
Evan,
Oh my
Evan,
God.
Evan, please.
Yeah, it's coming over. Let's stop you from exploding first.
Yeah.
You alright, Felix?
I'm fine. I know.
He's overcharged. I got it.
Yeah.
Oh, that feels so
You're
nice.
fine.
It doesn't restore my mana, but God, it feels so much better than I did 5 minutes ago.
That blue state, it helps contain the lightning within, but sometimes I can't control it, so it just went out.
As I was telling Scout earlier, lightning always wants to go somewhere. You containing it loops it for a while, but it has to end up someplace. Just keep that in mind as you're doing things.
Hopefully I shouldn't be nearby anyone when I do that. Ooh, now my heart's beating really fast.
Okay, you should get that under control.
Yeah. Calming down.
Don't overdo it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
I'm
still
fine.
really intense over there.
It's whenever,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
all the
getting
lightning
more
within just
intense
kind of...
as it goes. Their first date's getting really intense.
Okay.
It's very hot and heavy over there.
Well, Mira,
Are they dating?
you seem to be
Are they not dating?
a
I don't know
popular
what that
person
is.
today.
Means they like each
might
other
be.
a lot.
It could
Military
be.
commander
I
was
do.
searching for you.
Well, Leo said he's
Oh
happy
my
for
God,
both of
she's
them.
I need
I
Bailey's
didn't deliver
blurb.
that message.
I hope he said
What?
yes. Just like my short story.
One of the military
Did he
commanders
say?
was searching for you earlier.
Where are these stories?
I'm not sure. They were just looking for you.
Where are these stories and where can I read them?
Bearded gentleman in the red.
What?
I know my sister.
Battle
I
Buddy, are
don't
you
know their
okay?
name.
Training.
Wait, no, it was the other
A
way
little
around.
winded, but I'll be fine.
You
Stinks of
fell on your
alcohol?
butt like 10
Did
times.
your training?
You fell.
Usually.
Well, that's
I did
that's
mine.
part of training. I
Marcus,
haven't
get
really
the
stuck
shit
the
on
landing
me.
just
And
yet.
then I swung
Yeah,
at Bailey's
I know
arm
the
three
news.
times.
Is that a joke?
If you wish.
Is you being winded
What?
a joke? Are you
We
being funny?
are good
Are you trying to be
It
funny?
is now.
Fully translating.
No, but it is now.
If you have time today and have the will to, you can find me. But
But I
otherwise,
was
we can
illegitimate a
do
number
it
of
throughout the
times
week
before
if you
passing out, so
are
that's good.
busy.
But I cannot do it again.
Hi. Figured come over.
We
and-
were
I
passed
might
out
need
on
something
last
to
time.
occupy
Don't
my
you- I
time
don't need
for a
you
bit
passed
today.
out.
Why she was
We were passing out.
Very good.
unable
I will
to.
be around.
And listen to
If
me.
you have a need.
Is it his fault these are funny? That was weeks ago.
For now, I will
Why would it be his fault?
see to
What's wrong
everyone.
with you?
I didn't want to like hurt
Nothing.
people. So
What is wrong with you? Good lord, you're rambling today.
The walls and the dummies and stuff.
Oh, where to start?
Like I
Kidding.
said,
Savvy?
I don't know. To me, at least, punching
Oh.
Kane made it
Hey, Savvy, Leon.
heat up. I suppose. I can't get that
Are
fire
you
stuff
saying
all
he's
the
like a
time.
brick
You
wall?
weren't successful with punching walls.
Lunoli, I need to speak to you for a moment.
No.
Like,
I can feel
But
the
with
heat
Kane, you were able to.
rising. Yeah. Seems to be. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't want to punch him. That's not what I think it is.
I mean, I wouldn't be offended if it was.
Yeah. For now, I would stay out of the waters just for a little while.
Ikulila felt dry.
You still have your
Can use
jack,
pond.
yes?
Pond pool. Can use pool.
Yes. I am mostly talking about the big body of water, the lake outside. Just while
Harbor.
things get sorted out. The individuals that came do seem to have proper credentials from some scientific institute in northern Rhinehold. I don't think they are stupid enough to try to do anything to a warden, but you never know with some people. But don't worry. We've got your back. And trust me, your classmates do too. There's not a single person here who wouldn't jump to your defense, Iku.
We've got to keep you with a purpose in mind, I suppose.
I can do that.
Professor Lancaster just told me you were one of the frat boys from his old fraternity.
If I fight you and I can know that's.
Which one?
Take it easy, boss.
We should do it. We should do it. That's always Riles' pillow. Riles' bed.
I gotta check the reference to make sure that works. If you need the best,
She's
I'm tumbling onto my own feet.
Whoa, watch your back.
Right, I'll talk to her next.
What am I putting on?
I can see what can be done if there's any material.
He might evolve with me. So I feel like I have to prepare him for that, considering he's has so much mana in him that he could at any moment.
Okay. You can tell me specifically.
Councilwoman!
I just wanted to apologize. I cannot speak for the others. They will have to come to you. I will do my best. Okay.
Man.
Are they practicing in there, by the way?
But both the cat girls are deeply involved in the plot. And like, the funny part is they're completely involved in the plot, or involved in the plot completely different ways. And thanks, Daver. I don't know why the bots are back out in full force today.
Her name is Verona. She's the counselor in the council.
Okay.
Oh, she is quite more than that.
That was going to eat at me.
Oh, don't worry about it. Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
Curious.
Hmm. Well,
We don't stand in front of
let
the door, I don't want to hit you.
me just say this. If I were to tell you, I would be very much out of a job.
Oh, I don't want that happening. I like you.
I like you too. Well, quite frankly, I like all of you. So, keep digging about who she is, and maybe one day you'll find out. But be careful. There are those who will not want to let that secret be any secret.
Oh. Yes, sir.
Sevi. Would you like to see something?
Sure.
You can come too, Milo. Milo.
Mira may or may not have the time today. If she does,
Okay, Cyrus did
I will
want
come
you in
find
there,
you.
but it's okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I'll be later.
Very good.
Okay.
I miss you. I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
Okay.
Thank you so much. I'm having such a good time with training today. It's going so
I
well.
have a friend with us today.
I see. Oh, there's Stitch. I was just about to ask.
Do any of you know who the councilwoman is in relation to somebody else on the cast? Felines will rule the earth? Probably, Salila, probably. No idea? Well. Better question is, do you guys want to know? It's not that big of a deal. It's just a fun little side thing. She's Valdris's wife. But they keep it on the down low. Paz would just know about it just because he's been here forever. They literally have like matching tea sets, like teacup sets and shit like that, so. There's like little hints about it.
Yeah?
Oh, nothing. Just. You seem to be in a rush somewhere and then suddenly stopped.
Well, I do have business with a lot of people, so yes.
I'll go find him.
That's why you ran behind a tree?
Yes, I need to check my notes.
Ah. Fair enough.
Good evening, Lunali.
Yeah, I suppose the sunlight does have that effect.
I mean, that is a normal for me, especially the nights that I have dreams like the ones that I do. Tend to take more out of me.
You write them down, yes?
I keep a journal, so I can draw what I see and try to keep track of recurring imagery. Especially with the fact that now it is accompanied with glowing. I just feel bad because it hurt Walter's eyes.
It was that
They told me I reached out. They told me that my staff was glowing and vibrating, and then in my sleep I reached out to it and the glow spread to me.
Curious. But at the same time, in a lot of ways, fortuitous. I suspect you'll be instrumental in things to come for a long time, Lunali. I hope you are prepared for it.
According to conversations with Valdris, it has been increasingly made aware that these things being seen relate to set values or something. He told me about some stuff.
Well, I do always say we all have our part to play in this. So, embrace who you are. And who
I am trying to,
you are
but
becoming.
it's also a matter of I do not exactly have any control over it happening, so it would either be embrace it or go mad. And I prefer to be sane.
Oh, I highly agree. We have had our fair share who have gone mad over the years, but, well, for completely different reasons.
I am just hoping that if it is something deeply important, that it can be interpreted correctly before it is crucial to understand what it is trying to show.
It's the trouble with prophecies and things like fate and such. Sometimes it is so convoluted and then it turns out to be a whole lot of nothing. You know, I joke, but one time we did find ancient scripture who were so thrilled. And, as it turned out, the ancient scripture was in fact a recipe for cake.
Was it good cake?
Well, quite delicious. Although, some of the ingredients, well, we had no idea what they were referring to. Anyways, my point is, sometimes you look at things that you think are prophetic and then end up being a whole bunch of hoopla.
I would find it difficult to not think it significant for finding life out in a place that should be dead.
That's not what I'm exactly getting at. It is more of...
I know.
When you have things that you need to translate from imagery, it can be difficult to determine what exactly it can refer to. So, we will do our best. with your assistance and such things. But sometimes, maybe we don't need to think about it too hard. However, when we go to our first excursion, well, keep your eyes open. There may be something that you see that reminds you of something you've seen that others might not see.
Realistically, I tend to see best when my eyes are closed.
Ah, metaphorically or otherwise. I am saying...
I understand.
Be aware of where we are and what you're seeing and how it may best benefit all of us. Good. Very good. Carry on, Lenale. Carry on. You'll be quite all right. Are you bored, Simon?
I haven't really known what to do today, no sir.
It's maybe the first time, Simon, that I've seen you bored. That is great progress.
Thank you, sir.
You know why that's great, Simon?
No, sir.
Being bored means you're not overworking yourself. And being bored is the greatest motivator for finding something else that you might like to fill that boredom time with. That is not work. And, Simon, that will make you who you are. So, use this time of boredom to try something new. Maybe, I don't know. Try to learn how to do a dance. Try to maybe learn a musical instrument. Try to, I don't know, wander around town and see what catches your fancy. It is the best time to do such things, when you are bored. Progress, Simon! Progress will make a proper gentleman out of you yet!
Thank you, sir.
Away. You cut it up into pieces, and it gets all dry. It'll help kind of re-moisten it, you know, because it'll get the saliva going, yeah, the sweetness.
Other issue with having that.
Well, and then you can like eat it with coffee better, probably.
Oh yeah, could. Yeah. Actually, if I baked it hard enough, I could harden it quite nicely and keep it nice and resistant from that for traveling.
Yeah.
It's a good question.
At least in the harbor, he would appear and then
either way,
go to Milo and then disappear.
I didn't mean to distract you from
the only time he probably stood still for maybe 3 seconds.
Right. Not really.
We got it. First showed up.
But no, yes, I can get those to you, and well, hopefully,
I figured you
Would you actually take
walk
care
around
of
with
this?
it so you could
I don't feel like there's gonna be too many more chances.
No, I'm trying to see Jig when he comes back.
Besides, the longer this goes on now, it's gonna get more and more personal now that we've hurt him directly. People like myself and anyone else who's done any actual damage, we're gonna be prime targets. That's just how this works now.
But
when
I get them fully
I
in
haven't
rounds,
said two
then I'll
words to
send
him
them
other
your
than
way.
when he saw me pass out, and that was embarrassing.
Very good.
He's cool. You
We'll keep them safe.
He seems
Oh,
nice.
I'm sure.
Got him.
Hey, I got a letter for you.
What did you
For me?
I shot him in the gut, point blank.
I did like him. He's a nerd.
He didn't like that and disappeared immediately after.
He tried to kick me off the roof.
He builds stuff.
Letters
Like
from
he's
him.
good
I
at
don't
it.
get letters like
Kick.
that.
Made his own kick push.
I see.
I don't know. It's not like the same stuff as you.
Well, thankfully there was a railing on top of Stitch's place. If it wasn't there, it would have probably gone 4 or 5 stories down too.
Well, like he helped make
But what he wanted
I
to
figured
do.
out my near limit though.
Oh.
About like
Maybe you might be able to help me out with
I would imagine so.
8 minutes, and that's
the
roughly.
thing I'm working on.
Yeah, you were.
3 people was a lot of
when I
different people
saw
to
you
heal
in
at
the
once, and
hospital
definitely
that
threw
night
me
of.
off.
So refrain from that, if
That's gonna be
possible.
rough.
I hope so.
Boots to the chest.
Yeah, don't get too overconfident in yourself either.
Let me sit down if you don't mind.
You're
I'm
still
more testing my limits.
finding out who you are and what you can control.
Wrote me a letter.
Hey, why is the current
What?
Shit,
Yeah.
I didn't think of that. I got lucky then.
Finley. That's the only Rose Finley I know.
He shot me point blank with one of those dart things. Thankfully went all the way through, but
Why did she write you a letter?
I
No.
gotta go
I
sit
didn't
down and
seize
read.
up.
Hang on a minute. Get over here.
Why
Get
did she
over
write
here.
you? No, why? What is she? What is she saying?
I don't know.
No offense, but
That doesn't look pleasant.
I don't worry.
I'm here to deliver
that letter.
Well,
That seems like a
if they're both standing there, I would say yes.
confusing family.
Escort him back out. Come on, come on.
Bye, Kate. See you later.
So slick.
Alright, we really need to have a talk about this. We really need to have a talk about this. This is like the 4th person that's come in here today that should not be in here.
Yes, don't worry. I agree.
Okay, cool.
The chick on Talia is just sitting there now. You excuse me.
Well, I can't say I appreciate just people walking in onto Warden Trading.
Eric?
It's just kind of there. Feels kind of weird to me.
Yeah, what's up?
But technically, I can't say anything. That's more of a Volter say. So.
What, you don't crack your back?
Or make it safer to not hear.
Yeah, I do just not like
Sometimes
that.
you gotta crack your back.
I don't.
How do you do that?
When
Is
you-
it like,
Everything's catching up.
Something like this.
Oh,
Never mind.
oh, yeah.
your back doesn't want to crack right now?
I'm gonna crack my neck. I already cracked my back. It's not gonna crack again. I will crack my neck though.
Crack your. Please don't do that. That's bad for you.
What the fuck? That's not how you crack your neck. That's also not how you crack your neck. Holy shit. You're next. What? He didn't hear me.
Warden
He doesn't know.
No.
I do
Oh,
know. I'm
boy.
just choosing to ignore you.
Hey, speaking of that, would you like to, you know?
Yeah, sure, let's go.
Okay, yeah, we'll be back.
We'll be back.
Did you forget your juice?
Oh, I drank
They're
it.
like around my age when I got into force.
I chugged it.
True, but when you're like almost 300, everyone's a child.
Okay,
Oh.
that's cheap.
Capable of continuing.
Because even you see me as a child, and I'm not a child.
Oh, I used too much mana.
The way you say it.
I decided to go all. I decided to use a lot of mana in 3 fights in a row. I'm tired.
What am I kidding?
Just inexperienced. Oh, who are you beating up?
I'm beating a feeling.
A cat head patting a wolf.
Harry, how did you get here? I've been here. Oh,
I saw you
hi.
explode
I'm
it.
sorry. Yeah.
He's been vibing.
I had a lesson with my brain.
Lazarus?
Yes, that word. And then had a small little session with Ukulele. I got stabbed, that hurt. And then I went at it with Bailey.
Got exploded.
They don't for a moment. Need a medical.
Your mom loves me.
For someone who is so worried about getting shocked little bits at a time, that seems certainly excessive.
Getting her to realize she.
If I got shocked a little bit, a lot, I wouldn't know, be so afraid of little shocks.
I kept going after him and clinging to her, and finally she didn't.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. Well, do you feel better?
Besides, I feel jittery.
And don't move too much. Your muscles will spasm out of control for a while.
Unconscious lock of how much they should be.
In fact, manifested love.
We're trying to break the limits.
It's my mouth sounds working, right?
Oh, like an intense kind of thing.
Just rest for a while.
In different cases,
Yes.
for Scout right here, it is more the sensation and fear of.
Do you need assistance to the medical bay, or are you good to lay here for a while?
They need to understand the sensation and feeling how to accommodate with this with their car.
She's gonna try and
Good call.
Bailey,
Don't overdo it. We don't want you to harm yourself.
Using their car in combat, so there was a scenario where they needed to protect someone.
the way that she gives me.
What are you doing?
Just examine
Is Scout alright? I saw he didn't shoot her point blank with lightning.
Suppose she wanted to, I don't know, be overloaded or something, try to get her in touch with her core. Seems a little excessive to me, but other than little spasms, they'll be fine.
Very well.
It seems to me like a class of
It
cases
looked quite
someone
comical
who is...
from a farther room.
They are still fighting their core rather than working with it.
It's usually nice. Leon, does your mom drink wine?
That brings back memories.
Especially with lightning.
Never mind.
Tends
We're not
to
bringing wine.
not want to do what you wanted to do.
Right. If you're sure. All right.
Indeed, so I've heard. Chaotic.
Oh, it's pretty.
Very chaotic magic.
That sounds great.
To me, it is the most violent out of all of them. Yes, yes. Fire has the reputation, but...
Is that her name?
Yeah, of course you didn't know.
Don't misunderstand lightning. It will
Sarah?
That's a nickname, I think.
not be happy if you are not happy.
Well, every time that she shows up, he says hi.
Unfortunately, it also means that it is hard to instruct anyone with a lightning core, even if you use one. What works for me is not going to be working for somebody else.
Do I seem like a Milo?
You seem like a king.
You feel a lot.
But they'll be fine. They'll be fine.
You also look like you could be a bear.
I'm sure
And
they
if
will.
not, we'll drag their ass over to the medical bay. Don't worry.
You banged him with a little bit too gruff for you. You're a sweetheart.
I'm trusting your opinion on this.
Would you like some water?
Oh, we're not changing.
Oh,
On your feet.
Good. Curious.
That's the key component. Now
I'll just match you in speed.
Drop it.
I won't move like I did
sure.
before.
Give me a
sure you want some help?
Get your perception.
Give me
How
a
you read
second.
my
Stop
attacks.
being jittery.
So they more or less said that they were going to nerf flash step stuff.
Don't get that, Professor.
Simple, yeah, I never saw it.
One thing I'll give you advice on.
That is,
If you get into a contest,
That sounds like
that is actually very mean.
they will.
Stop. Yeah.
Probably apologize for that one.
More water right now. Say you're sorry. I won't expect it, but I will. You're gonna give them a complex.
Yeah, there's probably going to be like a couple of people that can do it. It's just funny because it's the same thing that happened to Ascension, right? Like they also nerfed flash step invisibility stuff.
Get over it.
We'll get some more practice with that dagger, yeah? Grab plus weapon.
Are you missing that
Yep.
Get you on your feet, yeah.
You're lucky I had time to make it out of magical, you fuck. That's the point.
My battle buddy. Did you find her?
Go, okay.
She needs to be found.
We'll have to find Sebby.
Yeah.
Found by, like, specific
How
people.
are you feeling, Scout?
Good luck.
Oh, I think specific people. If you want to come, though.
Okay. Oh.
I was getting zapped, so I didn't.
You did any kind of training today, my
I've
lord?
been not wanting to get zapped for little zaps. So I figured if I get zapped, I get zapped. I won't worry about the little zaps as much.
I think I'd want to get black.
How that works.
Part of me just wants to like put my glove on and walk up to either of them and either zap them, because I can draw the electricity from his body, or I can zap the other guy and just be like, don't underestimate an old man.
The more often you get to your limits, the more competition and
You don't have to worry about the sensations. At least.
Marcus, try to use that stomp again, but in a combo with your movement towards me. The fourth person is going to take it, and you're only going to use it range. I know. I'm keeping you right.
Keep on moving at the moment. Get the blood flow going. That will make the sensation on your muscles straight away.
Send you back further, or more concentrated.
More
Hang on,
stop
hyper
moving.
one.
Okay.
Oh.
That's fine.
I don't know.
Shoes.
Thank you, Professor.
Yeah.
Alright.
I think it just became evening. I think the school's about to shut down.
I'll do it just the same.
That is correct.
I'm gonna go.
The slash takes a lot less energy. I can work at that one.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, what do you think of them? Since you seem to be sitting here examining.
Honestly, I was curious on how the hat works, Felix. I didn't quite understand why his design was a hat.
Yes, I'm not sure either. Does look quite stylish, though, doesn't it?
I suppose it does. Oh.
Now, I don't know about you, but there seems to be an awful lot of friendly fire.
Oh, yeah, no, I see it. It's hard to, when you know you might friendly fire, but you can't steer from the group. Kind of difficult. Oh, that's not good.
Hold on. Now, my suggestion is...
As sharp as your sword. Yeah?
Stop hitting your
I can't see it right
fellows
now.
with your earth stumps. Good.
I don't think I did very much, to be honest with you. I think you might have seen it that way, but I don't think Felix actually got hit by him.
At least from my angle, I didn't see it too many times that hit him.
I'm still the king of no friendly fire, to my understanding.
Be very careful.
I
You
know.
fine?
I know.
Yeah.
I'm calling it out for a reason. Felix, did I hit you? I'm just making sure with you.
No, I'm good. I'm just so drunk. Again.
Okay. Okay.
Would you
Thank you for the concern, Lopez. Genuinely.
Yes, you're fine.
Keep
at it.
I can't.
Be careful.
Or I
I
can't
can't.
make it like this. I need to get my arms.
Hey, Les. I can't see right now. And
Okay. You only have one, right?
You wish to join in on a little bit of fighting?
That's what I do in my chest.
no, sir.
Very well.
Probably gonna feel it mostly in your eyes.
We can teach you how to box one of these days if you wish to learn.
Your vision's gonna get fucking like that in a bit.
Maybe that will be your hobby.
I'll be collecting.
Yeah! There you go.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't do that.
I won't. I'll remember.
I'll also
Fair enough.
remember for all of eternity.
Damn. If you look at me in the middle of everybody and say, Osiris, do the, I'm just gonna shake my head.
No. Surprise. Do the...
Clown Wars a True game after all. Indeed. All right. Let's look around town real quick. I was gonna wait for Doomsayer until the evening, I think. Also, I had somebody ring my doorbell like right as we started. But I'm just like not even going to answer any of my doorbells from now until November because like, every time in the past like here's the thing. I don't have people visit me, right? And any packages just usually get dropped off without the doorbell. So unless I know that I'm waiting for like food delivery, it's all fucking like political people coming around and, you know, that bullshit. This is a little weird because, like, the last person here was, like, 7. But fuck it. I ain't answering shit. Not even for trick-or-treaters? Hell no. You think I want people coming to my house trick-or-treating? Bro.
Wait, he was
them
the
the
one with the
courtesy
poison
of-
ivy?
Yeah. I made sure to set it far away. I'm scared to look at your hands. Anyway.
Why are you scared to look at my? They're
shut
fine.
up.
They're fine. They're no poison ivy. I
Already.
wasn't stupid.
Okay.
Really, in front of the cadets.
Come on. In front of the cadets?
what?
Yes, in the cadets. We gotta establish our strength and dominance. I don't fucking know what.
Alright, let's go.
We'll see you at book club.
Book club? Book club? You read books?
Club?
I
Yeah, apparently
am
there's a
literate,
book club
yes.
at the
Oh,
Although
look
it's
at you.
not
You went to
quite-
college. Aren't you fancy?
No, I
I'm
didn't.
not a big fan.
I just read.
I can read like a majority of the words.
Anyways,
You go to goddamn what the fuck?
Look, Anna was very thorough with education. All right, I didn't have to finish high school because she was a better teacher than any teacher there.
Wanna know what I got? You wanna know what I got? I got
Yeah.
expended. No, no. Expelled. And then I never was able to go back. It was great until I realized way later in my life that I desperately needed that education, considering that I don't know how to spell majority of words.
An education.
Hello.
An edu... An
Whatchamacallit.
And the quality of the Cabrillos has really gone down over the
Had one-
years.
had a smart wife, and now you think you know it all. Aye. Aye, Simo. Ah.
I can gather notes and stuff. Maybe put it in the backroom secure if you wanted to do that. So then you can try to look for it. Then they're trying to look for you, and then we still can get an update on their situation.
Are you okay with
Trust
that?
her honesty, though.
I should be fine.
I'll tell you if you want to know.
Well, we'll just say some brief notes.
Hope you had a good day.
Look out for them.
Ah,
We can do that either in your
a
shop,
busy
and
one
look
at the
at
very
papers
least.
From the hospital, or we can just go.
Good is subjective.
Alright, let's just do that real quick.
Book club.
What is book club?
I'm here. It is a club where we get together and read stories that we have written.
That's nice. Might come by and look at it.
Would you like to
alright.
join?
Maybe if I'm free.
If they're doing okay, we'll see. If most people are gonna be at the book club, then we might not do Doomsayer because there might not be enough people. But if there's some people outside, not at book club, then we might do that still. You turn off the lights for Halloween, don't you? Well, at least I don't have, cause my you know you have to come up to my house, right? And so there's usually like a light that I can put outside. But I sure as heck I won't have a jack-o'-lantern. Here's the thing. Usually, I've been doing stuff during Halloween. Whether it's I'm running a show or I'm doing a role play or something of that sort. What day is... What's the date this year for Halloween? Thursday? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We're just gonna go in this for a bit, run around and see what's going on.
There's a little wizard.
I heard something.
Literally male opal.
Male opal. No.
Yeah.
Siblings aren't like the same person.
No, which one?
Look at him.
Oh, Zen. I heard the Zen part. That's all I heard. Okay.
They got the same colored eyes. They're the same species.
Oh,
I heard about
no.
you from Opal.
How could we
Casey, good to meet you.
Oh.
Good to meet you too.
Yeah, hi, yes.
Just wanted to come say
my
hi.
toolkit. Relax.
Because you look like Opal.
Chad Opal.
Bailey. Most impressive.
Saying, nice to meet you.
Thank you, sir.
I see family resemblance. Like,
Mira. What is the
Arms, Leon, as well.
what is this light pole gonna Mira?
It's nice to meet you.
Mira, what is this light pole gonna do?
A bit of a.
Do you think it's gonna hide you from something?
Carapace, sir.
What, Mira? What are you doing?
Good name.
Not often an ancestral elf comes out.
Thank you. I'll rather like it.
I'm gonna go get Opal.
Okay.
You
I don't know where Opal went.
seem you like you know a bit
we're
about
going
arms.
to Ryan Hold.
Sonny, I've been alive
Unofficial
for a
welcome
long,
party.
long time.
Are you guys
I've
visiting?
seen wardens
Just here for
for
training?
many years.
It's always for the
All
festival.
sorts of different arms.
Got a lot of stuff to set up in advance.
I forgot the general answer
One
is
says
that the
like it's
creatures.
teddy bear arms. What's the weirdest one you've seen?
But like, that's just the most common trait.
No, it's still be Christian, but I forgot it was happening.
What is this?
The most unusual, you said? Huh.
How many sisters do you have?
Oh.
Six. Did you say?
Oh, that is really different.
Did she say 60? Okay, no, I think she said 6, which is funny because that's how many Jamie has.
You making me want to go get changed. I still feel.
Okay. Is rapidly
Okay.
approaching.
Yeah.
Opal.
Okay, I want to make sure that we like it.
Hi, Finn.
Let them talk. They're having a moment. I'm not doing anything. I just told.
Shuffle.
About what sex is. I'll ask you later, though.
I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here anymore.
I missed you.
I missed you too.
You and Vulture both have to talk to me about Wolf.
You've been being good.
That talk comes a lot later. We don't do that for a little bit, okay? I don't care. I will do it at a point when I deem it worthy. Don't you tell me how I need to do this.
I do wish Paz was here because he would have absolutely started going.
It's okay.
Whoa.
They said they were gonna teach me about.
When a
tell me
man
what sex is and stuff.
and a
later.
woman-
I just want to know what you're.
Usually, but sometimes not.
I'll personally give you training.
It's possible. What do you mean by training? I think you mean you're.
You don't want to know the answer to that.
That's when the penis goes in the vagina.
I think you mean you're gonna beat me up.
Or in other places.
It's okay. So, that talk
Or
comes
there's
later.
some rubbing. Whatever it is that floats your boat.
Yeah, it's just like that. For like
Now? Later?
Later. Not now. No.
Okay.
It's a very odd topic, so we must save that for specific time.
It is quite pleasurable, you know.
Okay. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends now.
Okay. You love when you go in the air, huh?
Yeah,
Next time I'll ask Braggy next time for you to sit on his shoulders. You can see what it's like.
One of the professors has some resources up at the campus, and I've just been trying to figure out where I can apply what I know and where I can try and connect the dots.
Looking for ways to make forge.
Random ass construction worker. What the fuck?
We'll definitely need a perm. Turn over the stools.
Morph, what the fuck are you doing?
Those aggressions, if I recall. Where could it be?
So you know what? You want to know what I tried today, guys?
Yeah.
You've seen her a few times.
I tried the Oreo flavored Coca-Cola. And you want to know what it tastes like? Because it is the weirdest shit. Because it somehow tastes like Oreos and Coca-Cola at the same time. It literally tastes like if you were to take an Oreo and shove it in your mouth and you start chewing, but before you swallow, you pour some Coke into your mouth. That's what it tastes like. It's so weird because they didn't blend the flavors. It's just distinctly Oreo and distinctly Coke. It's so fucking weird.
If you put my sister, hey,
Okay, fair enough.
And then we'll like fist bump.
Baby? That is baby. I need to harass it.
That isn't my name. It's not my name.
It's not bad. It's just, it was very odd.
That's the one. That's the one.
That's the one. That's the son of a bitch.
Back off my partner. Ah, fuck. Thanks, your
Why'd you punch it?
I got your
Always
back.
rely on you.
God, we
The
are
urge
free.
to just go,
I
ow.
was about to get assaulted there.
Yeah, just the moment had passed. Okay, they're all out of here.
And I was told by Professor Dusk that he had been in a meeting with military personnel, so. But more than likely, he'll probably still be somewhere over this way.
I'm also just considering ending, honestly. I am a little tired.
It's what it is.
I think being an adventure should be a good thing.
It's busy in the evening.
It's good until it's.
Yeah, it does.
It's a little too adventurous.
Some of them are cool. Some of them are whoa.
Little trucks for
Really embarrassed.
Some of them are way too fucking.
We're
kind of
what is?
You're too loud.
Oh, there are a bunch of them out here? Yeah, fuck. I guess a bunch of them are out here.
I wasn't really I didn't really get to be there for you when the breaker stuff happened last time. So I wanna be there.
Stank, keep like you got the
The breaker's not coming out. There's nothing to
No,
be there
I
for.
wanna be here with you.
got a little bit of the
Okay.
a bit of the stank.
I am not trying to
That's
shoo
okay.
you away. It's.
Got a little, you got
I've just done a lot of thinking. Is all.
put your leg there we go.
Yeah. How do you feel since the breaker stuff? really talked about it.
Kane asked me that this morning, and I didn't have an answer, and I still don't. I said something. I don't even know if it was me that said something to the breaker, but it was my voice. My voice came out, but I didn't. You usually think before you speak, right? Just
Like my roar sort of deal?
yeah. I said something I don't think I would ever say to somebody, and
What you
I
say?
guess it made me realize a few things. I'll just go up here. I said that that he didn't deserve to live in Eden.
Eden?
Yeah.
Didn't deserve
But
to live in Eden.
It wasn't me, though, is the thing. It was my voice, but I don't know. Leon said it might have been just something he, infected me with. But this was long
I
before
don't
he
think the
shot me
breaker
with
could do
whatever
that.
mess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Firing 3?
And firing 3. And oh dear.
What's
Uh-oh.
oh dear? What
Uh-oh.
happened?
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay. No. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Looks like you lost power.
I am kind of stuck.
You don't happen to be ticklish, do you?
Huh? Wait. Why? Why would you ask that? No. Don't. No. No. Stop. What are you doing? Stop.
Hey, Sevi, you wanted to know what sex is? We might. This is how it starts.
I don't know. That is not something that I get to decide.
Why not?
I am here to protect against magic beasts. I am not here to hurt people.
I guess I can see that. Even if those people hurt you?
Yeah.
Remember, we were told in one of our lessons that sometimes we'll have to fight people. Not just magic beasts. As wardens, we are meant to deal with any problems that the regular civilians cannot. And sometimes that's other wardens, or those like the Forge Breaker.
I would rather them come to their senses than me harm them. Which why it scares me that I had a lot of fun fighting him.
Oh.
That's what's scary. I don't like it, and yet I enjoyed it, and Leon's on the ground.
Oh, he's getting up. He's getting up. He's getting up. He's okay.
I guess what I'm scared is, what if I remember who I am and that who I am is a bad person?
Tell me who you were. Does it affect everyone around you? Were, not what you are.
What if I forget who I am now? I've been hearing people talk to me who aren't even near me.
What do you mean?
When I did that huge beam, it sounded like someone was over my shoulder, teaching me how to do it. When I was put under, when I passed out, when I had surgery, I had someone begging me to wake up.
Did it sound like you?
No. None of the voices sounded like me.
I wonder if it's old memories.
I guess. I don't know. I've just been thinking about it a lot, and I write down how I felt in a journal, and I'm scared to show it to Leon because it's really scary.
We'll see if one day we can have a talk with
I'm a
Milo.
magic beast. He told me today that nothing makes him scared of us because we are his friends. The same goes to you.
If we get a chance. And if they want to open up about stuff.
I may not know what you are, but like you've told me before, I see you in me. We are very similar.
Have you had any luck with the magic part of it?
Well, that is kind of the magic part of it that I've been. Well, I don't. There's another thing I've been working on. It's a sort of mending spell, something that I can use to heal the Warforged in battle, or repair equipment and things like that. It takes a lot out of me, though. If you'd like to see it, though, I would be okay to show you. I think so, anyway.
Man, my broken heart.
That he wants to be in a world where we could all be happy and live together and have this wonderful life after things get settled and done with. I know it is a foolish dream, but it's nice to think.
It is a dream nonetheless.
Yeah. Oh.
spying on them.
Oh. Sebi.
All right, you weirdo.
Gonna keep building up funds. Spend the time here to see if Cecil's
She
here.
asked for uppies, so I gave him uppies.
Then move on eventually.
I wanted uppies.
Yeah.
He's just shy about it.
I bet that all that forge breaking stuff's been real hassle for you. I mean, with all the shutdowns in the evening time.
Then until evening, it was awesome.
Typically, that's why I end up
Patty,
doing
Patty,
my
Patty.
day job. I go to sleep.
I need a shower.
You just got here. Where do you think you're going?
So I can wake up.
But I smell.
You should have mentioned it.
Wait,
Like a morning
Well, not bad.
does he sweat though?
He worked up a sweat. I can smell it.
Doesn't matter. Listen, yes, but I'm not doing it in character, right?
We have 15 minutes. How much can you eat in 15 minutes?
What? You have 15 minutes. The minimum's 45.
Well, with the rules, the boss does.
What district are you out of? Like, which one?
Hard to say. I'm sorry.
What do you mean it's hard to say? Just tell me which one.
I don't want to.
Don't see a body, as I said not too long ago. Can't discount that it's still around.
Just got uppies from 2 motherfuckers. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I'm violent.
You know,
right now.
people pay good money for that, and you got them for free.
For me, a good thing is free, because I ain't paying shit for it. I hate it. Hated it. Every second of it. Don't like being taller. What?
Well, we'll get out of your hair. Good luck, though, with your studies.
It's like, I barely even talk to the guy, but I think he's like the smartest guy I know. Probably knows how to smell like onomatopoeia. No. He's definitely not the smartest guy I know.
He can't eat it.
It's just chocolate.
Oh, they just give you. Why did
you sent Arlo chocolate? Hold on.
They were up this way.
I'm not dying today.
Meeting at the school. Said it was from anonymous. They misspelled it.
If there's some message I can pass
Anonymous.
along to
It is
her, I
spelled
can do
anonymous?
that for you.
Yeah.
If that's
Yeah.
okay, that's fine.
This place. I had to give a talk to my daughter.
I am sorry, somebody tried to kill me.
Please, sir. I cannot eat in 15 minutes. This is a crime.
I
Yes, it is.
think I'm gonna
I
skip
feel like this is-
Doomsayer, and I think it will be phase 2 for Doomsayer next time he shows up.
I know how to.
God.
Are we talking about Ione's poison?
I feel like it's time.
He's just ignoring you.
Yeah, my people are oppressed.
It just happened again.
I am sorry to hear that.
I see one.
Like that.
Why not?
It's it should be easier.
Oh, Was he
Other than
blushing?
I think maybe just getting fired up. Are
Yeah.
you sure you're okay after all of that, though?
Did I say a little
I'm a
blushy?
little sore, but I'll be fine. So, I see.
Okay.
But
You're taller than me.
Hold on.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Coming.
Oh. Oh.
They're coming.
Yeah. I like being
Also,
useful
hold
like
on.
that, so
Are you wearing those with
I
no
will
socks?
do whatever is needed to make sure that you, in particular, are able to protect me.
I think she's wearing those with no socks.
First things first. I gotta put a little hard hat on you with a little beep 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 beep, so I know where you are when you're behind me because I could not turn around and see you over those arms.
Stank ass feet.
Mostly part of it is
Stank
you
ass
trusted me
shoes.
to not get my shit wrecked.
I mean, I knew you didn't want to walk into the lightning or into his stuff.
Yeah, the
kinda
lightning
think I'm
kind of
a little
sucked.
bit- Yeah, and the fact that you took your core off, that would have probably helped you a little bit with, you know.
I had my core in my pocket.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. I shouldn't have worried so much.
I just didn't tell you.
Sneaky.
It worked.
Hey, Savvy.
What's up, Savvy?
Nothing. Milo wanted to be alone, so I'm letting him sit and think.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine why, actually, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This bro
How are you
is
holding up, by the way?
pasty fucking white.
Okay.
Look at him.
Hey. You're a bad liar.
Dude is pasty,
Yeah.
pasty.
What's
Yeah,
wrong?
you normally go like, yeah, I'm all gay, I'm savvy, I'm pumping. Come on. I mean, if you don't want to tell us, but we care about you.
Okay, but like, look at him.
Y'all don't think I'm just some weird monster, do you?
No,
No.
absolutely not.
I saw how you all you're showing off at them.
Adam's not you. You're not
Adam's. I found out that there's a possibility whenever I evolve, he might evolve with me. So yes, he is technically a part of me.
Oh.
I know on my part, it's just taking some
Did she
getting used to the
Take a few
concept
steps
of
back.
a magic beast that can understand what I'm saying and is friendly in pod form after having it drilled into my head my whole life that they are
She is taking
mindless
steps back.
monsters that just want to kill. But anything that comes from you, I trust. Because I know you would not let anything happen to anybody.
Yeah. Hell, it just takes some time getting used to it. You know, we've never, I mean,
Liar.
it's not standard, and there's normal associations we might have with it are probably different, but if you
She is
trust it,
lying.
we trust you, and it'll just take some time. You know?
Yeah.
I just don't want you to see me as a monster.
Listen, if you're a monster, I'm pretty far up there too.
Inherently, she is, right?
If we're using that criteria, but
Yeah.
Savvy, anyone who thinks you're a monster does not have a valid opinion. That's sort of
Anyone
the
who thinks
beginning
you're a
and ending
monster,
of how I
we're gonna
feel about
deck the
that.
hell out of them. No way.
That too.
Look at you cute little thing.
You know what? Here's
you
the
a
thing.
monster? That doesn't enter my mind.
Do you think you're a monster?
Yeah. Then,
Do you think you're a monster?
yes.
We said we'd deck anyone that says you're a monster, which includes yourself.
Hey.
You are not a monster. It is soft, but
Repeat
not
after
more.
me.
It's a limited resource. That's why we're traveling around on these Edens in the first place, mining what we can to survive, just to keep the engines going. I've got a theory that, well, it was our over-reliance on mana that made it this way. If you think about it, the magic beasts, they grow off of dirty mana and things like that. Dirty mana wasn't getting created until we just decided to start using
No, they feed on regular mana.
design for growing things.
But the magic beasts I thought weren't from dirty mana. They eat normal mana. That's why they are always by the mines.
Someone misunderstood the lore. Tisk tisk. Hey, what's up, Kyria?
You're a big, brave, beautiful, lovely person. Maybe not big. I am a small, brave, beautiful person.
She does get big.
You can be big. She can be.
does get
I am a medium, brave. We'll take the average.
I'm an average, medium.
Yes.
What a person.
Big when it calls for it.
Beautiful.
Big when
You're-
it calls for it.
Big is when it's important.
Big
And
when
small
it's
when you feel like it.
important. And small when I feel like it.
And you protect your friends.
And I protect my friends.
That's something monsters can't do.
Hey, man, well said.
I can do it on occasion. A monster is what they do, not what they are.
You are so good with words. Are you a poet?
No, I just read a lot.
She had gone to the reading club.
Oh, fuck that.
Reading club.
I almost feel like
club is
just turning into the Doomsayer, like somewhere over there in the trees, and just walking by them while they're having this fucking
Yeah.
while they're having this
Remember how you
conversation.
have that talk about sex with Lazarus?
Yeah, sex. I don't know what.
Yeah. Book club would just confuse you.
They kept saying, "Do you know where babies come from?" And I said, "I don't know if my type of baby comes the same way as your type of baby, because my type of baby, you know, that's what made Adam."
In a way,
but I don't.
In a way, actually, yeah. It's not. The act is well. The act doesn't have to be. The act is a little different, but it's kind of the same concept.
There's an act to it. No, I don't want to know anymore.
Yeah, you don't want to know anymore.
It's too much. Too much conversation for a park.
I don't want to know no more.
I'm still comprehending.
I walk
the
right past God knows how
so-
many heartful ones. Yeah.
Mom, like,
Is
that what I
mean,
am?
it's a family.
I pass God
Well, I know what
knows
a
how many
mom
heartful
is, 'cause we
ones.
saw the
Okay, this sounds
Pretty
like
much.
a good conversation too. So maybe
I'm a mom.
Mom. You
Put
are?
on timeout. I have Adam, so technically.
Oh, you too. You looking for Talia? She went that way.
Yeah.
Zoom.
Oh my God, I can see her.
Zoom.
Oh my goodness! All over there. Good luck, fuckface.
Yes, always.
Thanks. I hope you had fun on your date with fucking Kane earlier. It's a very intimate relationship, I can see. Fuck you.
Yeah,
What?
you shut up.
I didn't hear a word he said.
You're a date.
That's good.
A
Don't
date?
say like that.
What?
What? What? Were we getting dinner? I don't
What
know.
the fuck is going on?
Oh yeah, we were doing
Coffee bread. The coffee
I don't
bread
know.
rumor. He's over there not making bread.
He fell
So
over.
you're
Wait, okay, hold on. What are you doing over here?
Coming this way. Huh?
We have our bittersweet fun this time.
What?
And what kind of stories they like?
I'm hearing voices. I don't know why.
I think one of the buildings is underneath this thing.
This is a long journey for a damn coffee delivery. Oh no, why are they running? I walked right past you, didn't I? You know, I was gonna say this coffee might be cold by the time I get it to you, but I think I see a solution to that. That is, if you don't mind me having a seat with you.
You wanna go ahead?
I was gonna say I don't hear her no.
It's interesting. I think this is the first time that I've seen this many people congregate outside of the city.
Fall over.
Yeah,
and
what
said
was
you had to
that?
stop
Why'd
me.
you fall? Why'd you fall, huh? Why'd you fall, huh? Did you fall again because you didn't eat?
No, not because I didn't eat. I just I overexerted the exosuit.
Stinker!
Why is it crumpled on the ground?
Let's fold it up nice and neat now. I just had-
Yeah, she's the bean of the group. Also morphs into, you know, big monster thing, but
Odd.
So she's feeling like the ground under her feet when she's walking around, everything, stuff she's never felt before, period. And now she's a grown adult.
Werewolf,
for the first
essentially.
time, expecting to just know how to do everything out the gate.
listen,
Is the feeling that she believes she's under?
I'm gonna be real though. I can't stand the fucking growls that's built into that big beast model. It is so annoying. It is just like constant, like, and I'm just like,
Oh wait, no, Milo actually is a person.
can we not? I have to turn her volume like all the fucking way down.
Closed today? I don't know. They're closed for cleaning, I guess.
Weird stuff. And they keep asking me to put them in handcuffs.
I don't know why I slouched like that. Why are you looking? Yeah, why are you looking at your stomach, pounding your stomach?
I don't know. It's your candidate.
Why?
Yeah, you're like.
I'm not gonna ask you. If you wish to put him in handcuffs, that's up to you.
I'm fine.
I don't want to put them in
No,
handcuffs.
it's just,
They just really want to be handcuffed.
It's just like it's a constant like repeating of the same sound. It's the same reason why like
Call him the Knight of Swords.
I think it's Bailey who has like the chainsaw sound that I just don't like. I mean, maybe it's the same reason why I don't like ASMR stuff.
microscope is done. Mm.
All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna skip Doomslayer, and I think I am gonna push Doomslayer into phase 2 next time around. Maybe I'll save it for post mission.
Hi, Dolbox.
Hi, how you doing?
I hear you.
I don't see you, but I hear
How you guys doing?
Doing well. Yourself?
But I am kind of tired, so it's weird because like when we started today, post mission might be good. Yeah, I'm thinking so.
I don't know if she went across the bridge or not. I don't know how far she ran off. If anything, we'll probably hear Marcus yelling before anything else. Fun.
It's the guitar duo. Yeah, we'll see. And the good news is that Doomsayer stuff can be long term.
I'm hurt, but I want to bounce back from that hurt. I want to give. They just
so
gave
much
me back to them.
adrenaline when I fight. I don't need more of it. It's gonna get me in trouble if I have more of it. More adrenaline
Talia,
gets me in more
Firebird,
situations.
you are the Firebird. You're meant to explode back.
More adrenaline gets me in more situations where Blaz had to
Adrenaline's gonna
throw
keep
me
you
out of the
alive, Talia.
school.
You said it before I did.
Man, yeah, bros.
Adrenaline's gonna keep you
Bros.
and people behind you alive.
Broskies. What are you doing here? What kind of cuckery is this, huh?
3 weeks ago, I exploded and nearly punctured. I destroyed some of your ribs.
You don't want to
almost
be
put a
good
hole through the
wingmans.
teacher,
What are you
and
doing
almost
here?
Wounded Kane. That was 3 weeks ago.
All right.
Now
You know
I
what?
did it
You know what you
5
do?
times in a single wave by choice.
If y'all wanted to be wingmen,
have
you
to
would have
just learn.
come
You
up
gotta
behind
deal with these
here.
new things we're dealing with. We're all
It's right
busted
here.
heads in our own shapes
Okay?
and forms,
And you would have
like
started strumming lullabies. Just right here. Out of sight. Just a
Just because you told me to? No, I'm not.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, well, if he's gonna do it to me, fuck you. Think you're better than me?
Bro.
Want to find out?
Bros.
No, you can have that title. You win.
Bros.
I almost passed out hitting people with wind. I'm fucked.
Can you believe this? Can you believe this?
How you guys?
What are you doing out here?
All right, just trying to help dear old Talia here. She's going through it. He's letting her muffin
Care if I
go
come
waste.
sit?
And why are you holding your arm?
Howdy.
One more time?
Yeah.
Hey guys. Sorry, didn't want to intrude. Is Leon around?
He walked
Just
backwards down.
back towards town with
Damn,
Milo
I
and
was-
Savvy.
I was having an awful headache, so I probably literally just missed him. Thanks, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh, you're good.
Can you believe these people? Can you believe these people? All right.
Yeah, you probably are.
I've had to do it 5 times, and now I have to do it more.
On mine, so it makes it a little bit easier to like tell what parts are what.
I think a
lot of people
I think we're good.
The execution and the outcome. Let's work on it in the future.
Oh, they did open the entertainment district. Okay. Thought it was gonna be close. Although, fine, nobody's fucking here, that's for sure. All right, guys. I think that'll do for me tonight.
We'll check on the rest of the entertainment. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna run the bar, but we got people coming.
Yeah, he does.
Didn't know if we had anyone in here.
Oh yeah, no. I usually run the bar when there's anybody. Plus we.
Good to be back. Probably more role-playing stuff throughout next week. We've got I don't know. So I'm doing an NPC stuff on Wednesdays. But I can't make up my mind whether or not I want to stream that. Yeah. I mean, Gloom would be my meat rat character, right? It's just because it's all metaverse stuff. But I can't really go ever on Saturdays because of my class. There's another metaverse adjacent thing that's getting started at some point. Although I have no idea which day. Also, I'd have to figure out because I don't know if that would probably need to be someone else than Glue. But I don't have a character concept for it at the moment. Anyway, so here's where things stand. Wednesdays, I'm doing the NPC stuff, but I don't really know if that's interesting enough to stream it. I'll make up my mind on that as I go along. Thursday, theoretically, we can do Ages. But that's not really a viable long-term thing anyway, because there's really not a whole lot of people who go to Aegis anymore. So it's a good place for me to get Gloom going. But I don't think that's going to end up being a regular thing, which is okay anyways, because theoretically Moonshine is still happening. Theoretically. I hope so. There's a little bit of a worrying poll put out, but I'm not gonna fret it at the moment, because I am spending a bunch of money on getting a character made for that. So I think what might happen is if for some reason Moonshine doesn't happen, I might take the character and character model, alter it a little bit to be a little bit more modern, and then pull that into the other thing that is sort of trying to get put off the ground. I don't know. Man, there's a whole lot of fucking shit. Yeah, Moonshine is the Western one that Yuri's supposed to be running. And theoretically, that's supposed to start in November. There's a start date for it in November. And so that's what I'm going with. And the model for that is currently being made. I'm not sure if it's, I mean, I think it's fine. We've known that there might, so originally the date for like the mini series that was going to come before the normal series for that was October. And then it got announced that it was November. So, you know, people have known about the October possibility for a while. For all their purposes, okay, that's fair. Anyway, so my point is, that's theoretically Thursdays anyway. And then currently I don't have anything Fridays. Unless I wanted to go to, like, Purple Lotus, but Purple Lotus is kind of dead these days. Wait, I think Lying Fork is Tuesday, so I might do some Lying Forks with Gloom. And then the problem with Saturday is that I have my taiko class from 12 to 2. And I usually am not, because it's a little bit far away, and then I go get food, so I'm usually not home until, like, 3 or 4, and then, you know, I want to eat, and then probably rest a little bit, and then Ascension happens. So Sunday is really the only time I'm going to be able to do meat rack stuff, which I do want to do. I was just doing other stuff today. I don't have anything Mondays at the moment. But yeah, Sunday might be my, like, kind of double up day. The interesting thing about metaverse stuff is that that's, so, you know, like, these ones, like Ascension or Eden Lost, you come here as a player character, and then there are stories that you have a chance to get involved with. Metaverse, you have to make your own story, right? Otherwise, you ain't, like, no one's going to make it for you. And I think part of the problem is I have a loose story for Gloom, but not really anything specific at the moment. Which is why I'm trying to just hook onto other things to see where I can take it. I don't know. It's a fucking convoluted mess. Nothing to push a plot. Yeah, because unless you're joining a specific group that is doing plot stuff in the metaverse, there's going to be nothing for you to do. But I do worry that it will be hard to get involved with stuff in metaverse because of how clicky it can be. I'm not gonna lie, that is a bit of a... It's a tad bit of a worry. Alright. Let's end recording. Goodbye, YouTube! See you guys next week.